Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tyler?
There was
Shout out to
actually no one talking. No one was talking.
Couldn't have been an easier time to talk.
Just go, yeah.
It was going to be adjacent. Shout out D'Angelo Ortiz. Got his first hit off Luis Guerrero, which was even funnier.
Hold on. Tyler. What's up? Welcome back to the Section 10 Podcast, episode 604. It is the home of your soon-to-be 2026 World Series champion, Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom. Realest guys in the room. Steve, how you do it?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 in the building.
In the motherfucking building. Brewed by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jake Yazzie.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, Jake. It's the predictions episode. Yeah? How many of these have we done?
Yeah.
How many of these have
Season
we done?
predictions episodes?
Yeah.
One of the biggest ones we did had Feidelberg. I remember that. It was me, you, Coley, and fights. So that would have been 18?
Yeah. Golden Trio, people called it.
Yeah, everyone was like,
that's
oh,
four people.
These are the guys. Yeah, trio plus one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a classic Bow Wow.
Okay. But yeah, that would have been 8 years ago. So I guess 8, or this would be the 9th, something like that.
Mm-hmm. T, have you prepared a bunch of predictions for the show?
Yeah, I have stuff for Steve, just what he put in the group chat, those, but I also have,
Steve?
Well, he put together what we were predicting, the things we were focusing on.
Sent that to the group.
I have the regular Milliken manifesto just off news.
Okay, that's good to know. I don't, that's probably like what, hour number 3? Yeah, Steve?
5. I just want to say I'm really excited for this episode, and not like I don't get super duper pumped for off-season episodes, but I think everyone in the comments nailed it when I put some posts up with like spring training's over, and people were like, T has to be so sad right now. I'm sure there is an element of that where Tyler's not pumped that spring training's over, but I have been waiting for this friggin' spring training to end for so long. We finally got there. Just even prepping the notes for this show, it's just nice that real stuff's coming. Jerry?
I don't think I've ever watched less spring training baseball than in 2026.
Agreed.
Like, I don't know. I want to say, like, did I watch any of it? I don't even know. I don't think so. I think there might have, like, in terms of like live spring training game watching, I don't know that ever happened. So yeah, I mean, I obviously keep up with it. I follow Tyler Milliken on Twitter for all the updates. You know, I see the clips, I see the highlights. But yeah, as far as sitting down and taking in a spring training game, I don't think it happened. T, does that make you like uncomfortable?
No, I think everybody's different. Like for me, I'm someone where if I don't watch that stuff, I feel like not confident in what I'm saying. Like it kind of eats away at me a little bit. So I've always kind of.
What do you mean by that? You think like
Can you expand, please?
That like, all right, for example, right? Take me, the other opposite end of the spectrum. You think that like I could go into the 2026 season and not know what I'm talking about for this roster because I didn't watch spring training?
I think there are definitely things by watching spring training that you can pick up on and maybe predict as the year goes along. Maybe you see a guy who showed something special during camp and you can be a little bit ahead of the curve.
It's definitely not useless, but I don't think it's mandatory either.
No, I think it's what you enjoy as a baseball fan. I also am like the guy, some people for a test, like they sit there and obsess and cram. I'm that guy. There's other people that do their hours studying. They read a couple articles, whatever they need for material, and they're good to go. I think it just depends on how your brain works.
Sure.
Couldn't have been a worse spring for spring training to exist too.
Agreed.
With the World Baseball Classic happening. Like anytime there's real hoops happening, you're going to pay more attention to that, especially when the most important players on the Red Sox were all participating in the World Baseball Classic. So it's like, I watched all of that. I watched definitely more spring training than them two combined, but I also care about it the least in terms of what we're seeing. Not that you're not wrong. There can be guys who are hot during this stretch, but I mean, Jerry brings it up every year. David Ortiz would put the bat between his legs when he was standing in the box and be like, maybe I can hit it this way during spring training.
Spring training ERA is like 9.25.
Well, that was the weird part, because I think today, honestly, this week, for every starter when they made their final start of the spring, I was getting like are you worried? Are you panicking? Like, Ranger Suarez gave up all these runs. He has an 11 ERA. Like, are you not freaking out? He's had an awful spring. And I'm like, guys, like, you got to take a breather. Or every Red Sox starter right now has an ERA over 4. Sonny Gray had one good start, except Connelly early. Connelly early.
There you go.
That's right.
But like in terms of guys that were originally projected, but Johan Oviedo before this last start had an ERA like around 3, and now it's over 4. I think it's 4.69 exactly. I don't know. You don't want to read into too much. It's more stuff, new pitches, stuff like that. You know, exit velocities, maybe different hitting approach. Those are the things that stand out to me. Like 23 Duran, first game started shooting the ball to left field, and it was like, all right, it's clear he changed something with what he's doing at the plate. To the WBC point, they had asked, I think it was Catillo actually, was asking Roman, like, is it hard to go from, you know, that level of competition to now just kind of random spring training games? And Roman's always pretty good with, like, he's never really he's not going to give you a ton. He's going to give you relatively boring answers, which I'm totally fine with. But there was a split second where I think he was about to be like, yeah, this actually is kind of tough to go from like the championship against Venezuela to now I'm facing whatever, like Buford Calapupo. Like some of these guys out there I've just never heard of in my entire life.
I'm nasty though.
He is he's got a good cutter. He's been working on that. But no, it's credit to Roman and some of these other guys. I think they answer the questions well. But you know, deep down, they're like, dude, we were just going from the biggest celebration and atmosphere ever to just like, you know, Fort Myers. It's very difficult to do that. It is similar to what we talked about last week and going from Japan, real game, when the Sox did that like 20 years ago, and then back to spring training. I kind of wish the WBC just went right into the real games. Alex Cora was like asked, like, what do you have to get from today? Like, what's the point? And he's like, who cares? We leave at 6 p.m. Like, he said that before the game. He's like, who gives a fuck? Like, we just got to get through this. Yo, AC was great in the in-game interview. That was actually, I know sometimes we rip those. That was awesome. He was on like Monday? Catching a foul ball. He's like, yo, Poppy's son's up. You guys should call this. Like, he's just kind of dicking around. I'm like, this is great. What's that? What's the hands take? Listen, the moment where he called the Cedon Rafaela homer was pretty sick. I'll give him that. What led into that, which is cut out of every clip, was the Marcelo Mayer platoon convo, which I've been fired up for well over 24 hours.
More angry.
I did see that you made a television appearance and were asked about IKF in that situation.
So he wasn't even invited on that show. He stormed the doors and said, "Give me the mic."
I think he was on CNN, right? They had cut away from some of the Iran coverage.
He pushes Trump over. He said, "I gotta let the nation hear."
I got some thoughts on IKF.
6 million. 6 million. Yeah, because I mean, like the whole reverse splits thing. It clears. Like, you're not wrong, T. You're not wrong. But I'm just glad. I feel seen. I feel validated that it's not just us that you know, like, view your stance on IKF and it's like, whoa, dude, like, chill out.
It's not any hatred. I've actually.
It is. I think.
Well, I don't agree with the 6 million. It makes more sense now that we knew that they had the knowledge that Romy Gonzalez was going to miss a good portion of time. But don't tell me a guy with a sub 600 OPS against lefties the last 2 seasons is better than Andrew Monasterio as a platoon partner who had an 837 OPS last year, 136 WRC plus. IKF is below a 50 WRC plus. That's how bad he was. And like defensively, it's not even close. Like, it's not one of those things where like you say, oh, IKF is this great defender and Monasterio can't do anything right. He's a butcher out there. Monasterio 2 DRS, 0 outs above average last year. IKF a little bit better defensive metric wise, but not significantly, not enough to completely change the picture here. So besides him being a veteran and you paying him $6 million, why would you ever pick him over a Monasterio?
Did I just want to make sure I heard it right. Did you just say defensively it's not even close and then proceed to say it was a super
It is close? Yeah, I said it right. I misphrased that.
That was a good time to let him cook because I'm pretty sure this is the same segment we saw on the television.
But it is close. That is close enough. That's what I'm saying. It's not a big enough gap to justify playing IKF over Monasterio.
Yeah, that point I get for sure. Just the way you said it, I know someone driving right now is like, am I going insane?
I'm losing my mind, hon. I'm pretty sure you said it wasn't even close. Yeah, it's valid, T. I mean, the veteran $6 million thing is why he's going to be in there. I'm not going to act like I'm going to get super, pissed about who the backup is for Marcelo.
I do feel like, though, for a team that was like 11th in WRC plus against left-handed pitching last year, and the 4 top bats on the team against left-handed pitchers are not available right now, those little things are going to matter if you want to at least find consistency on offense against that side.
Big time. Well, a lot of eyes going to be on Marcelo Mayer.
I'm excited for that. I feel like, I don't know, I've had the take before, but with the whole Marcelo Mayer situation, I feel like it all started when we went to Portland to talk to him. And it's like, all right, this is just, it's a normal dude. He's super chill. And
can you play it?
He's huh? Oh,
can you play? Yep.
TikTok, chicks.
Yeah, like he was just a normal dude, but a first round talent, like almost ruined Coley's wedding talent. And then I see him get called up, and I see the serious demeanor that he plays with at the big league level, and I'm like, oh, okay, like this guy. We hear the whole like
TikTok, chicks,
and we think like, all right, he's like one of us, just out there playing. Like maybe he's a little goofy, he's out there having fun. But then you see him play at the big league level, and I'm like, this guy's kind of a gamer. Like he has this serious demeanor about him. Then we fast forward to this year, and we come into camp after last year's camp when it looked like he was a foregone conclusion to make the team out of spring training the way that he performed in spring training. That I did pay attention to that, Tyler Milliken. But then it was just like, all right, why is the message from the team that it's almost like he's this problem child? Like it was like he was getting treated like Ronald Acuna Jr. in the early Braves days, where it's like super talented, but man, like he's got to fucking lock in and start taking this seriously.
Little Doogie action.
Yeah,
I
do
think that's real.
But like, have you seen it? I think with Verdugo, I can remember during the COVID year, 2020, I remember guys on the team texting me being like, some like this guy, like you heard it immediately with Verdugo. We didn't hear anything like that with Mayer. I still haven't heard it. I haven't heard, like, no one on the team. Like I remember when Duran first came up, the guys on the team being like super talented, but like, he's a little too immature. Like you heard that the second that he came up. I haven't heard anything about that in regards to Mayer. So I'm confused about the messaging that we're kind of in between seeing, where it's like, we really want to make him earn it. He's got to lock in this and that. It's like, didn't he lock in last spring? Like what, like, was he dicking around last spring? No. And then he earned the job this spring. T.
I think there's a couple things. And the Sox prospect guys, when Mayer had the most recent wrist injury, kind of touched on it. And they did, as he's had these different, whether it's the back, the shoulder, the wrist, the first time, that there was kind of a belief in the Red Sox organization somewhat questioning his toughness, maybe how quickly he was coming back. Was he kind of just taking things as they go? And Marcelo Mayer was a guy in high school who never lifted a weight, not a single one. So when he got to pro ball after getting drafted 4th overall, that was a big part of it. I do think during his time in the minors, was it the Roman Anthony kind of approach where you were all in, you were pushing all your chips in, you worked like a dog all the time? I don't think they saw that as much. And I think the Globe put out a great article over the last couple days talking about something Mayer has done differently this spring. And it's getting in early. It's making sure that everything you do, whether it's the rehab on the wrist, all this stuff it takes to be ready for game day, that you're showing up to the ballpark early and getting it all done. You understand what it means to be a professional, to be fully prepared. So not only are you setting yourself, up to succeed when the lights are the brightest and all that happens, but so you don't get hurt. You're taking care of your body the way you need to. And I think for him, some of the maturity with that and off the field, it's taken time for it to come together. And I think you can frame these guys that Cora has had to, not go after, but push their buttons a little bit to get the best out of them. Brian Bayo, Eddie Rodriguez, Alex Verdugo, they come in different shades, and it doesn't mean you're a bad teammate or anything like that. But I think Cora is really great about knowing which guys you need to do that with. I think Marcelo has been someone he's framed in that category. Doesn't mean he's a bad guy or that he doesn't love baseball. I just think he's someone who's California cool, and maybe you need to get on him a little bit to get the best version of himself. And I think so far this spring, I know the surface numbers aren't great. He's not chasing like he was last year when he struck out 30% of the time, walked and K'd evenly throughout spring training. And today had a nice swing off Taylor Rogers, had a nice swing, obviously, earlier in camp for the home run, showing he can handle lefties a little bit. I think that stuff stands out. I don't think Marcelo is a problem or anything like that, but I think there's some growing up that's had to happen behind the scenes.
The biggest thing I consistently notice is that, what is this, the 8th season for Cora? I think that's the 8th season. He's going to be the manager of the team right around there. He never points stuff like this out unless there's something going on. It might be minor. It might be a bigger deal like Verdugo. Obviously, that was the end of his tenure when things went south in his last year on the team. But when he was starting to mention the Marcelo stuff and like this job isn't guaranteed and he's going to have to earn it and kind of pushing that button and kind of pushing Marcelo a little bit, I'm like, obviously this isn't based off of nothing. Like I can't think of one person he's done that with that he's just like, you know what? I'm just going to pick a random guy today and we're going to just call him out and go with it. That's not what he does. Even Breslow on 310 to lefty, I was watching that before this pod as they closed out spring training, was kind of alluding to that when talking about Marcelo Mayer, saying, when he's in the field, he can kind of seem like, I don't want to say too cool. He's like, he can kind of seem like smooth and all that, but that's just kind of who he is. So if you read between the lines with these guys, like they're all kind of saying similar things where it's like, we just want to make sure this kid's locked in. And none of that matters, by the way, if he just takes advantage of this opportunity. Like we've been talking about Marcelo forever. I mean, I briefly talked to him in Colorado. That was the 2021 All-Star game. So like this has been some time now that Marcelo Mayer has been at the top of mind as a prospect. And it's like, okay, if you go out and you ball, and understandable that the, facing lefties thing is an issue right now, who cares what Alex Cora said in February, basically? Like that doesn't matter at all. So I don't know. I'm sure there's some reason why he would allude to that, but it seems on the lower priority of like the urgency of needing a guy to go. I think they just want a little nudge, and now he's going in that direction.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I met Henry Davis. It was like they had like the first like 10 picks on the field for BP before the All-Star game, and I remember meeting Mayer for the first time, being like, "This guy's got big league eyebrows." That was my main takeaway.
That's what everyone was saying back then too. Yeah, big league eyebrows. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know exactly where like your defense is at, but those eyebrows are big league ready. So here we are.
He was there. Backpacks was there. It was a lot of Sox were there.
Yeah, opening day, second baseman Marcelo Mayer. And speaking of Colorado, even if you love beer, there are some moments that you want to enjoy a non-alcoholic drink. Celebrate those times at Blue Moon's non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew. It's for when you want to drink a non-alcoholic version of your favorite beer. T, how many Blue Moons we thinking this weekend? Actually, scratch that. How many Blue Moons we having on Thursday? Thursday, opening day, T.
As many as I can put down. I want to be comfortable. I want to be sitting there watching Garrett Crochet absolutely carve up the Reds. So I'll be putting down at least 5 to 10.
Yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. I'm very excited for opening day. I'm ready for real baseball again. Inspired by the beer you already love and available year-round, a Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew that tastes like drinking, even if it's not. Crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. It tastes balanced and refreshing. Nothing compares to the great taste of a Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew. Blue Moon made brighter. Get Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. For delivery options, that is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Non-alcoholic malt beverage, contains less than 0.5% alcohol per volume.
Suck one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it doesn't, I don't know. I'm assuming, I can't speak for everyone, and I certainly don't want to speak for the fans listening to the show right now. It doesn't feel like opening day is this week. And I think it's because of our own personal situation where like we thought this, but then it was this, and then it could be that, but it might be this. And it's like, I'm still like, I don't want to get too much into the whole fucking backstory of what's going on with the show and the business side of it. But when I'm not exaggerating when I say I wake up at 8, I get out of bed, I make breakfast, and then I'm on the phone all day, all night until I go to bed and wake up and do it again. And Steven?
Do you pee? You got to pee, right?
I pee. I literally have to pee on the phone with people.
You pee on your phone?
Yeah, you don't do that. Your phone budget's going to be out of control.
Do you mute when you pee, or do you just continue the conversation as you go?
Depends on who it is. Like, I won't mute for like Steve, but like if it's my agent, I'll mute. If it's a sponsor, you got to like stay on the call, you know?
That's why I saw your dick. We're on FaceTime and you just started peeing on me.
I feel like maybe sponsors would like that. Maybe they would respect it. It shows like a level of, comfortability.
Yeah, it's like I'm grinding so hard, I got to piss on this call. Like I don't have, it's like, yeah, I could wait 5 minutes until the call's over, but it's like, I got to call after that. Like, what do you want me to do? I have to piss on the phone. Like I have to.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Yeah. But yeah, we are scratching, clawing, fighting. The fella's been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes. You know, Mikey, Emond, Jake, Steven, the McMahon, Bagzewski. And then Tyler's just going on every competitor show. While we're out here grinding, Tyler's just like promoting every other show.
Welcome to the Lansdowne lads. We got Section 10's own Tyler Milliken.
Yep.
Formerly, they introduced him as formerly of Section 10.
Yeah. To like noted Red Sox podcaster, Tyler Milliken. Yeah, everyone's been out here grinding, trying to get a situation that is that's a good one. And I think we're gonna get there. I'm excited about it. I just can't wait for it to be over. Like, I am going to smoke the fattest cigarette of my whole life. You know, you thought the John Henry story on Linda's Instagram was something. If I can just get all of this settled and just do what we do, have a season where the fellas are good, man, am I going to be happy, relieved, and proud of that. And, it's right around the corner. We're almost there.
You do cigars? You do stogies, or no?
Yeah, I mean, my dad's a big cigar guy, so yeah, I could probably get. I want to say I have like a bunch of David Ortiz cigars.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tyler.
There was
Shout out to
no one talking. No one was talking.
Couldn't have been an easier time to talk.
Just go, yeah.
It was going to be adjacent. Shout out D'Angelo Ortiz. Got his first hit off Luis Guerrero, which was even funnier.
Hold on. Tyler. Yep. We're talking about the future of the business of the show.
He's talking about the future of the Sox.
Hey,
that's what he's saying.
D'Angelo Ortiz. Do you want another golden arrow?
Before we veer too much off course, I did have this D'Angelo Ortiz thought.
First big league spring training hit.
Shout him
Hit the
out,
horn, Jerry. Hit the fucking
horn. Let's go.
He threatened his dad. He threatened his dad after it. How do you not respect
D'Angelo
that?
is he's a good kid. He's got a great head on his shoulders. He works really hard. You talk to his coaches, they'll all tell you the same thing. He's the first to get there. He's the last to leave. And he does not want to or need to use the last name on the back of his jersey to get the respect of his peers. I do know that. So shout out to D. I know he's out there grinding. And I talked to him. I got to see him. The last time I saw him was last spring training when we were down there. But yeah, thank you for the call out, T. Thank you.
Anytime.
He is a classic example of like a couple years go by and it's like, who the hell was that guy? Because I remember when I was working at Nesson, he was on Nesson Clubhouse. He was doing like little like hitting segments and whatnot with the players, and it was like cute. It was like, oh, look at this Poppy's kid, and he's like, part of the team and all that. And then they called it out during the Cora interview. It's like, oh, D'Angelo Ortiz is hitting for the Red Sox right now? Like, and he actually kind of looks like a big leaguer. He doesn't just look like the classic, like, oh, he's just the kid of the guy that's the legend. No, he looked like he belonged.
He looks very he looks pro.
Hitterish, if you will.
Hitterish. Yeah. Tyler, does it feel like to you that opening days are right around the corner in a couple days here?
It does. I feel like this last couple, call it the last week or so of spring training, everyone is kind of at the point where like you see the players are ready to move on. Every comment's about just getting to the end of the spring training schedule. It feels like it's been 34 games, but I think that's because I watch and listen to every single game. So there's this like ridiculous buildup of guys leaving, guys coming back. And I've also been clinging very heavily to like the roster decisions. And that to me is usually the sign like you're going to get that surprise roster move every single spring training. And we got that with Connelly early.
We did. Were you surprised by that? I mean, I was, just because it felt like we had the 5 set. I don't want to say in stone, but at least the 5 intended rotation mates were kind of out there, and early wasn't expected to fit into that.
Yeah, everything throughout camp was kind of, the service time is going to come into play here as long as there's not an injury. What was that look?
Huh?
Did I do something weird?
No.
Mm-hmm.
What's so funny?
I know what he said. Keep going, T.
Right now?
Yeah. Yeah, right now.
15, 20.
Resume this in about 10.
No. All camp, all we had heard was talk about, it's not going to make a lot of sense from a service time standpoint. If he gets 35 more days in the minors, you get an extra year of control. You want to give Johan Oviedo the opportunity because you traded...
Oviedo?
What? Is that weird? Did I say that word?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. You want to give him the chance in that 5th starter spot. You guys are freaking me out right now.
What?
But once Ranger Suarez and Brian Bayo came back from the WBC, and more Suarez than Bayo, both of those guys are still building up. We know with the Red Sox from year to year, whether it's Sean Newcomb or Chase Anderson, they like someone who can give them length early in the season to protect some of their starters.
Give you length.
I like that.
Yeah.
But once you got to the point, there were over the weekend, you heard some of the rumblings. Could it be Tolley? Could it be Early? And Tolley's worked out of the bullpen more this spring than Early. But I think for Early and Tolley, they had said once the regular season started, they didn't want to throw either one of them in the bullpen to mess up their routine or schedule. No. I think with Connelly Early, you're going to get 2 starts here and they'll go from there. I just have a feeling once he's pitching in those games in the big leagues with the velocity up, with how he's looked this spring, just adding 10 to 15 pounds, it's going to be really hard to send him down at that point.
I agree. I completely agree. Yeah. So, by the way, I'm gonna let you do this, T. Where are you going to be on Thursday? Because it's not with us, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yes. I'm going to be at Game On at Fenway, where we did our home opener thing last year. I'll be there with Kendra Middleton, and we'll be doing a watch party at Red Sox opening day.
Wow.
I don't want to shout out the sponsor. I don't think that's the place to do it on this
Definitely
podcast.
Not. No.
But we'll be there for 98.5 The Sports
Give this
Hub.
guy an inch.
Yeah.
I knew. Come hang out. Come join us. We'll be watching ball and talking ball.
Oh, you're talking ball as well.
Sure. With anybody who comes and wants to hang out. Not doing like a show or anything.
You're just chilling.
Vibing.
Yeah.
Tweeting.
Okay. That'd be fun. I'm excited for you. That'll be a nice little event. I'll be back at 98.5 The Motherfucking Sports Hub tomorrow.
We might cross paths. There's a chance.
You think so?
I might stay and do some work tomorrow.
Yeah. I am actually, for whatever reason, it's almost like there's, some negativity towards the Red Sox on the internet. You'll never believe that. But I didn't actually see Steve last night, but I did go to the Garden for Monday Night Raw. Ran into a lot of Red Sox fans.
You were way further up than I was. I was basically next to Missoula.
Yeah, you were ringside. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But a lot of people that I'm seeing out in the wild, I didn't hear a prediction under 90 wins.
Kind of feels like that.
Puts them back at like last year, but a little bit better.
Yeah, essentially in the wild card range. I mean, we'll get to the record predictions, but we have a decent amount of replies to the tweet, and that's kind of the vibe. It seems like most people, it starts with a 9.
How you like that, Steve?
I don't know if I love it, but I feel like this happened slowly, I would say, because our vibes like 2 months ago were certainly not this, and then it just kind of collectively got to this point where I feel like most people are like, yeah, not that bad. This is the time of year where I like looking around and seeing what the national audience is doing. And a lot of them have the Red Sox either in the mix, some making the World Series, some getting knocked out in the DS, wildcard round, stuff like that. But I don't think people know what to do with the American League. And I kind of love that. Jared?
Did you see that I dropped the Louisiana Balloons on MLB Network?
I did. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I think Adnan's really good, by the way. You did a great job, obviously, but I think Adnan's super underrated.
He's awesome. Friend of the program. He worked with Dallas and Jay Hay previously at ESPN. And the reason why I bring up that hit is not because of the Louisiana Balloons reference. It was because Kristian Campbell came up in the conversation. We were talking about Marcelo Mayer winning the job at second base and like, what does this mean for Kristian Campbell? And it's just like, it's that uncomfortable topic. I feel like everything else Red Sox related, all right, fine. Like the pitchers sucked during spring training, but like, I don't fucking care. Like you can suck in spring training. And then if they have a 3.18 ERA in the month of April, no one's going to remember. Like, I don't remember a spring training where it's like, yeah, man, but those numbers, they held true. Like we don't fucking, by the time you get to Mother's Day, you don't remember what anyone did in spring training, unless it's like an epic performance. Like we remember the Sam Travises, the Bobby Dahlbecks, the Jackie Bradley Jr.'s. What?
JBJ was going to agree. 2013.
Okay. All I heard was me saying Bobby Dahlbeck and you mumbling something. So I just
yeah, that was 100% you assuming it was something crazy.
Yeah,
like,
I thought there was ill intent there. Yeah, you remember like the big standout performances, whatever, but I don't give a fuck about that. So when I look at this team, it's like there's a lot of positivity happening. The outfield, great. Like high hopes for Willier. It's a full season of Roman. Like this is going to be amazing. Duran, like he's hitting lefties in spring training. Ceddanne Rafaela, one of the best defensive players in all of baseball, if not the best. You have an infield of solid defenders like Caleb Durbin. What's that going to look like? Probably pretty good. Like Trevor Story, he played 156 games last year. It's like, well, can he live up to that? I mean, I think he said his goal was to play 155. I think he played 157, whatever the fuck it is. Marcelo Mayer is making the opening day roster. It's like we've been waiting for ever since he got drafted with the 4th overall pick in the first round in 2021. It's like, all right, well, like when is that day going to come where he's the, franchise shortstop? Well, now he's a second baseman. Wilson Contreras. I think he's going to bring an attitude and a presence to this team that was lacking, like that excitement, that fuck you, that I guess like swagger that this team needs. That's going to be at first base. Carlos Narvaez, he's healthy. What's that going to like? There's nothing but positive headlines, and then you kind of like bring up Kristian Campbell. And to me, it's like, I don't know how to feel about it because on one hand, it's not like they have a vacancy at second base and he should fill it and he's not. They have Mayer at second base and I feel good about that. I'm excited about seeing what Mayer is going to bring to the table. But on the other hand, I'm looking at the Kristian Campbell situation and I'm never going to live a day where I regret that extension. I think it was the right move and I don't have buyer's remorse and I don't have revisionist history looking at it saying they shouldn't have done that. And I said in the moment they shouldn't have done that. Like that wasn't my take then. It's not my take now, but I am sort of curious and admittedly a little, I don't know what the right word is. It's not nervous, but like, concerned, I guess concerned / weary about where does it go from here. I want him to fit in, but very clearly he's not going to make this team as an outfielder unless 3 other guys go down. Then it's like, all right, I guess give him hell out there, Kristian. We saw what he looked like defensively at second base and it was really bad. And I think that the Red Sox have told you we're putting an emphasis on infield defense this time around. Like we can't have this rotation where 4 guys are really known for getting balls hit on the ground and then knowingly put him at second base. Like that goes against a lot of what we believe in and what we're trying to do. So I don't know. I don't want to see him traded. I would love for him to go down to Worcester and become undeniable, where it's like, ball's in your court, dude. Like, we know what I can do offensively. I'm doing that again. You've already seen it. Now I'm showing you again that I'm back to that. Now find a spot, like force the issue. That's kind of what I'm hoping happens. But where could he possibly force the issue if it was really that bad defensively at second base and there's really nowhere? Like they already have a ridiculous logjam in the outfield. Like, how does this work itself out? I don't know the answer to that question. That's what bugs me. That's
what I've been screaming since they moved him to the outfield. Like, okay, you outright refused to clear the logjam to begin with. The best they did was trade the password and kind of replace him with Campbell as AAA depth, which what does that do for anybody? I don't understand. Even if Mayer's going to be second base this year, we know that's not the long-term hope. Like Trevor Story, despite what he wants to say, is not getting any younger. Like Mayer is going to be the shortstop, and then you've kind of reinvented this problem all over again. I also push back on they're putting out their best infield defense when they have Mayer at second and Story at short, but that's a different conversation. I think it's clearly DH. DH is his best path, and that's still with Duran there, and Duran's not going to give that up. But if someone were to go down, I think that would be the move, and that's assuming Casas isn't healthy. Because you want to talk awkward conversations, it's still Yoshida, who I don't know if you saw the graphic that went out today of the team. They listed 2 DHs. I didn't check all 30 rosters. I don't think there are 2 DHs on all 30 rosters, especially when they've listed outfield/DH for Durant and just DH for Masataka Yoshida, a guy who was just playing outfield for one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the world during the World Baseball Classic. So yeah, I think the Campbell conversation folds in with those other 2, because Cora was like, yeah, we need to see the guy who he was last year, and he couldn't have possibly been talking about during spring training, because he was the same last year during spring training. He did the same, didn't really hit during spring training. To me, the biggest positive, and this is going to sound like cope, but it really isn't, him posting a lot about like being smiley on Instagram and him being frustrated, as T pointed out, when stuff isn't going well at the plate. That tells me a lot than a guy who, I think when whatever happened last year happened and he just kind of became a clam of himself, that would bother me more. But him still showing emotion of any kind, like, oh yeah, I think he's going to be just fine, and he will force that issue. Whether or not they pull him up, different conversation. Jerry.
I want to ask you guys this question because we will hear from all of us during the predictions part of the podcast in terms of where we're at, like optimism wise, what we think this team is capable of. And I am there. Like I feel like I've already kind of like said what I think this team is going to do from a wins perspective, but I think it starts with a 9, which I think is a great vote of confidence in this team. However, with the Yoshida situation, like every projected opening day lineup, like you're not going to see Yoshida in there. Like it's going to be Duran that's going to DH or what have you, that some sort of mixture of those players where Yoshida doesn't factor in. So Yoshida's still on the roster. And then the fact that they didn't move that outfielder that they said that they were going to move, they will tell us that this is a strength. It's, in spring training, someone's going to go down. This problem's going to resolve itself. Well, no one went down. So you still have the logjam. Everyone is perfectly fine going into opening day.
From now until opening day, they're going to just break someone's leg. It's like, we got to pick somebody here.
So it's like, they will tell us this is actually a good thing that we have too many players for not enough spots. And it's going to be a strength of ours moving forward. For me, I get it from a baseball sense. Yeah, sure. It's great to have depth, but I can't feel like, all right, now we go until that has actually resolved itself. And we've been sitting here with this not having resolved itself pretty much since last summer. Like once Roman got called up, this is when this started. We're approaching the 1 year mark of like any day now they're gonna move an outfielder, and this is we're going to go with this group, like this 9, like these are our guys. These are our full-time guys. Of course, you're going to have your Rob Refsnyders and your Nate Eatons and your Romy Gonzalez's. Like you're going to have your role players, your bench players, but like this is our core 9 guys. They haven't made that decision at multiple positions. Like the fact that Jarren Duran, who was outstanding defensively 2 years ago in center field, is now being looked at as basically a DH, and Yoshida's still on the roster, and you've got your platinum glove center fielder who maybe if Mayer doesn't stay healthy, maybe he's your second baseman, but also he might be your shortstop because Story, we don't know if he's going to be able to play the same amount of games that he played last year. It's just, I don't know. I wish I could be able to look at this roster and be like, yep, like this, like I see the vision. This is the group. There's going to be no like awkward jockeying for position. It's just like, yes, I see it. I still don't see it. I don't think I have seen it. And until they at least move off an outfielder, I'm not going to see it.
It's tough too, because I think when you look at the way the lineup's constructed right now, and if they're going to keep valuing Jarren Duran as an MVP candidate like they apparently did all offseason long, it's going to be harder and harder to make a deal like that, because now you're talking about different options at the trade deadline, teams that are going to be interested in a player like that. No bad team, no rebuilding team is going to ever want Jarren Duran. That's not what he is. He's an athletic 29-year-old at this point in time, not the kind of guy a club like that would want just to sit there, even if they're going through some tough years or anything like that. And if you're a good team, you're getting rid of that player. You need a bat to step in and replace what Jarren Duran is doing. And you also need to match up on value, which is 2.5 years bare minimum at the trade deadline at that point. And that's where you saw, I think, some of the disconnect with the Astros and the Paredes talk and all that going on. So like it's trying to replace that bat in Duran, who is even more important at this point in time, because the way the lineup's built, you weren't able to get that big power threat. You weren't able to add another big thumper beyond Alex Bregman. Durbin is definitely helpful to the group, but he's not a significant offensive upgrade in any way. And depending on how Jarren Duran plays this season, if you get something that looks even 75% of 2024, then you're going to be in a spot where you don't want to move him because he's going to be too important to the entire team as a whole. And I think if Campbell or Casas had stepped up and one of those guys were showing out right now, maybe you see them get a little more aggressive with Masataka Yoshida, whether it's a DFA or attaching money. I do think we're going to get to a point in like May or June where they just say, all right, we're done with it. It's not working. It's making the roster hard. Maybe at that point, Casas is playing in games or Campbell's had a great month down there. But I don't think they're going to make it through the entire season with Masataka Yoshida there, because I think it's just going to be really tough to deal with on the bench. When your main point is, well, yeah, we're going to use Masa to pinch hit for the catchers, and we feel good doing that because we have IKF and Wilson Contreras who have catching experience as emergency options. That doesn't sound like a great plan. And maybe they look at it and say, well, we're going to give Ceddanne Rafaela more breathers to keep his weight up over the course of 162. Okay, like that's there. You also want Wilyer Abreu facing lefties every single day. You want him to get those reps. And this team, you don't want to imagine the offense without Roman Anthony in it. At his age especially, he needs to be in the lineup every day. And there doesn't seem to be any signal that they want to protect Duran against lefties. And let's be real, Masa was a guy that they were protecting against lefties last year at one point. So I think they're going to play the string out here. And if there's no injury that shakes things up in a major way, I think it'll just get old by June or July, and then they'll eat it because it'll be another half year of value. They got more money off the books and they'll just accept their fate.
I do view it from excuse me, from Jarren Duran's perspective. And it's got to be interesting because obviously Duran, very opinionated individual. And with him coming up, I still can't believe they have 3 years of control left of Jarren Duran. I feel like he's been on this team for 20 years. But he's now going to be forced into a position where you're looked at as a main DH, where on basically any other team in baseball, he'd be in the outfield. Like, I don't know many other scenarios where he'd be a designated hitter. And if I'm looking at my value, I don't want to be a DH for that long, especially if you're going to be coming up on free agency. I think there's a very small chance he'd be here. It's like 1%. I think he'd be here past his contract or even getting to the end of that contract in Boston. So adding that up with what Rafi had alluded to, where you take him out of the field and now all I have to worry about is hitting. Yeah, but now all I have to do is think about I struck out for like 40 minutes. Like, that's great. I just get to be on the bench the entire time. I don't know if that's great for Jarren Duran. I don't think that element of kind of just being in your thoughts on the bench for most of the game is great for him either. That completely takes him out of his normal routine. So that on top of an already crowded outfield situation, to the question you asked, Jared, there's just no answer to it. There's no answer. There hasn't been an answer since Roman came up. These guys, obviously, there's too many outfielders for too few positions. And even if a guy goes down, you're still not in a overly normal situation. Like, you'd still probably be like 1.5 outfielders heavy in that situation. So I don't know. It's something that if they're winning games, I think it can mask it. Like, I don't think we're going to talk about it that much if this team gets out of the gate and is winning a decent amount of games and might be in first place in the AL East for the first time in like 5 years. But if they start losing and, you know, guys might behind closed doors get a little upset here, then it's a whole different situation. But yeah, I'm going to pay close attention to Jarren as DH and kind of what that looks like. I know he's done it a couple times, right? But he couldn't have DH'd that much in his Sox career at this point.
No, but I think when he did it, it wasn't like I'm sure T, you probably know the splits and all that, but I don't recall it being a narrative when like, oh, when he doesn't play defense, he can't hit. Like I don't remember that. Do you?
No, I think he DH'd twice last year. It felt like more in my head, but I saw that the other day and I was like, holy shit, it was only two times.
DH'd twice ever?
Last year.
Well, I'm talking about ever.
When would he have before?
Yeah, there would have been no reason. The year before, like center field was arguably.
If he had heavy legs.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he's known for, being a fat slob. Out of shape.
And I just think, like, even when you're talking about the DH spot, like if there's a spot late in a game, maybe for Ceddanne Rafaela, like is the idea there you pinch hit
3
with
games
Yoshida.
In his career.
3, yeah.
Hit 125.
125.
So it's the smallest sample size of all time, but it's
but he kind of
obviously
blows. All right,
but he sucks as a DH. I think we've already confirmed
that would be the only time you'd ever put Yoshida in for any of the outfielders. Call it a late game spot against a righty. You put Yoshida in. At that point, you lose the DH too when you do that because you would be moving Duran from DH to center field, and then you got to play the rest of the game that way. Like, that's it. It's that and the catcher stuff. You know, maybe you're willing to get a little more creative in certain spots with Marcelo Mayer at second, but there's not a lot of opportunities where it makes sense to use Yoshida off the bench. And I think that's where you look at someone like Nate Eaton, who got kept off the roster, and some of their concerns against lefties. Feels like he would fit this roster and make it a lot more functionable. It's just, you got $18 million tied to the guy. Functionable?
Functional.
Just functional.
That too.
Yeah. No
I give him a lot of credit for not making this an issue yet. Obviously, we'll see how it progresses throughout the season. Yeah, just, I mean, he's like you just highlighted, he went from center to left to DH in the course of 1 year.
I think it's going to be a hybrid DH. Like, I don't think that they're just sticking him at DH and saying we don't want
but he is the DH. Like, it's he's
that's his role. Yeah,
pretty odd. Like Roman, no one's going to do anything. No one's going to give him shit. But like, they really could have kept Duran center and put Rafael at second. You know what I mean? Like, they could have done that. And if you're another team, if we're talking about trade value, this is why I brought it up after that big year he had 2 years ago, where it was just like, this is the peak of his value. That's not a shot. That's not saying he's going to stink from here on out. This is the peak. And then he gets moved to left. All right, his value takes a little bit of a hit, just talking how other teams are going to view him. Now, if he's a DH, I'm sure other teams are going to be like, yeah, we definitely value you as an outfielder, but you couldn't crack that outfield. You couldn't beat Willie or Abreu. Like, I don't know how every team views Willie or Abreu. I know everyone in this city's got him hitting 45 home runs this year, but like, I don't know that other teams are just going to be like, that's a great look for you, Jared.
I can't remember which one of your 97 appearances that you've made in like the last week, Tyler, but I mean, I watch all of them.
Thank you.
I watch all of them. Excuse me if I get confused on which one's which, but Tyler was on a show being like, I've heard from people down in spring training that like Jarren's attitude is different this year, that he isn't like, you know, letting things bother him as much, and he's letting things slide, and he's playing more freely. I don't believe any of that, but I believe that you heard it. I believe that you heard it.
Duran has said it himself. Like a lot of that came from him too.
this is not a shot. This is not a shot at Jaron.
Just
This
like
is
Tyler
just
has no
I feel like
credibility.
I feel like sometimes he and I are alike. So like I understand when he'll like I'll say shit all the time, and be like, yeah, like I don't give a fuck like what people say on Reddit, and then like I care a lot.
Yep.
Like I'm reading it, being like these motherfuckers. Like so like I get it. I get it. Like you have to almost say it so that your brain believes it. It doesn't always work, but yeah. Do I think Steven?
Have you looked at this section?
I didn't look. What?
Have you looked at the Section 10 Reddit? That's all I'm asking.
No, but all right. So, all right. Can I make a confession? Can I?
Oh no.
All right, what do you got?
Hold on.
Yeah.
There, a couple weeks ago, Mikey and Mikey, Jake, and Bags came to my house. And we went to Kowloon after, and Mikey was looking at the Reddit, and he like said one of like the headlines, and he like, yeah. So he was like, I forget what it even was, but he was like, oh, this is this. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, oh, like this post. And I was like, but that doesn't count. Like
you looked at the Reddit. I mean, that's looking at the Reddit.
That doesn't count. Yeah. I mean, like I make the rules. I'm not giving you a jersey for that. So yeah, if I like actually crack and like look at it and whatever, or comment, you catch me commenting or whatever, then I'll give you a jersey.
I do think
you know what's going to happen, Steven? You know what's going to happen, Steven? Yep. I think eventually I'm just going to buy you the jersey because. So here's the thing with my relationship. My relationship with the Reddit right now is like we're in a point of time where like they need information. Like they will say stuff where I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. Like just don't be a fucking dick. But then there'll be other times where like, hey, I just would like a little clarification on this, and like I have the answer and I want to give it to them, but I don't want to buy you a jersey.
How do you know what they're saying?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, because
you
Mikey
100%
told me.
looked at the Reddit. Dude.
I did.
I did. Mikey's giving me updates on every Reddit post.
Mikey, can you validate my story? Did that not happen at the Kowloon?
You just said that's a good point. No. Don't bring it back to Kowloon. We're well past Kowloon.
Mikey, answer the question. Mikey, answer the question, please.
These are separate things. We were enjoying some beef nuggets. I pulled open the Reddit. I showed him a couple things.
He showed me a couple things.
Happen, but all right, Jared, here's the thing, all right? And this is not, I'm not going to rip you here, but when you say there's similarities to you and Jaron, I fully agree. I fully agree there are. Just how you carry yourself.
Not all of them.
No, but not all of them. Definitely not all of them. But I know you so well. I know you so damn well. And I know that what's gone on the last handful of weeks has been the most hectic stretch in Section 10 history. And for that stretch to happen and for you to not look at the Reddit is just like, I put it at like 1%. There's like no way.
I agree. But there's no way that you can prove that. Like you have to catch me.
Well, you kind of just admitted it.
No, I didn't.
You did. You're like, when you said that's a good point, which you say to me 3 times a year.
Jake, did I admit to being on the Reddit? Or did I say that you had a good point?
Got it as a no, Jared.
Yeah. Like I said it was a good point, but I didn't say that you were right.
Hey, everybody on Reddit, since obviously I'm on the Reddit now, let's get a thread going after this episode. Do you think Jared's looked at the Reddit?
They hate you too from what I've heard.
Most of them actually like me over there now. I think there's no, trust me.
I saw the kissing your dad thing. I don't think you were enjoying that too much.
R.I.P. That needs to be dead. Obviously, I've said that 1,000 times. But no, outside of that, I don't have any issues with the Reddit. I think we're actually in a good spot right now.
I think from what I've heard, they called you like a piece of shit.
Yeah, I like how you go from what I've heard. Like, come on. You're looking at the Reddit. It's so obvious you're looking at the Reddit. Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
He doesn't even know how to get there.
So how do I even download this?
How do you even spell Reddit? Z-G what? Like, I don't know.
No,
how can I even type that in?
I know, it is tricky. No, but the people on Reddit have been mostly very nice, I think, during this stretch of time, honestly.
To who?
To us, to the group.
Oh.
Yeah, there was nodding. I know he looks.
Yeah, there were some bad seeds in there that like initially when everything started happening and we weren't given much of an update that were like cooking us. And then there were a lot of people getting in there and being like, shut the fuck up. Let them handle their business. They've always been here for us. They give us this show for free. Let them figure out how they can do it and have a livelihood and take care of their loved ones. Stay the fuck away. And then they would always overcome the negative seeds.
You know what's sick is I just like will go outside and these people don't exist.
Yeah, that's a Tyler, the Creator line where he's like, how do you even get online bully? Just close your eyes.
They don't
It's a
exist.
good point. Yeah, it's a good point.
Which is where Jerry's been. That's why he hasn't seen it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely
exactly. You know what, though? We need to get a standing ovation going. Welcome to the Section 10 family, Nutrafol, brand new sponsor for 2026. Nutrafol, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. You know what? I'm very excited about this partnership with Nutrafol. I knew that they were getting into baseball. They've got the relationship with Major League Baseball, and I was like, you know what? Here at the 10, you are absolutely always welcome. Open door policy with Nutrafol. Very excited to have them on as a brand new partner here in 2026. Year one. It's year. Is it year 10? Season 10.
Season 10.
Season 10 of the 10. Year one of the Nutrafol era. Very excited about that. You know how in sports everyone's got a can't miss training hack and most of them don't actually move the needle? That's how I used to feel about hair growth products. A lot of hype, not a lot of results. What changed for me was learning that Nutrafol isn't just another supplement. It's physician formulated, it's clinically tested, and it's recommended by dermatologists. It's a real game plan for thinning hair. And guys, if your hair isn't playing like it did in your 20s, see?
Don't look at me.
It might be time for a real comeback, not another workaround, because throwing on a hat isn't a strategy. Steve?
Yeah, been doing it for years.
Nutrafol supports healthier hair from within. It's physician formulated, clinically tested, and recommended by dermatologists, giving you a clear, legitimate plan so you can stop covering up and start showing up with confidence. Nutrafol now offers hair growth supplements tailored for men at every age because the root causes of hair thinning change over time, and your routine should too. Nutrafol Men for ages 18 to 49, which is right in our wheelhouse for our demo, to help improve hair growth and achieve thicker, fuller hair in 3 to 6 months. And new Nutrafol Men 50 Plus, the first and only hair growth product specifically formulated for men 50 and over. And did you know?
So you're saying 3 to 6 months, by the time October rolls around, T could have full, luscious locks atop that dome of his.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going gray, man.
That's basically in no time. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF contents certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. Adding Nutrafol to your daily routine is super easy. Order online, no prescription needed, with automated deliveries and free shipping to keep you on track. Plus, with a Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20% off and get added perks to support your hair growth journey. Start Nutrafol today and make the hat optional. Visit Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code SECTION10 for $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com. That is Nutrafol.com, promo code SECTION10. That's 10. Nutrafol.com, promo code SECTION10. Again, welcome to the Section 10 family, Nutrafol. We're very excited to have them as partners for this year. Shout them out. Shout out Nutrafol. It was easy to get a deal across the finish line when I just showed them a picture of Tyler. And they were just like, yeah, you guys are kind of our target demo. Yeah.
Clearly the #1 person on this show that's been losing hair, Tyler.
Well, Coley's bald. I think he.
Whoa.
Hey, he's got something up there.
Coley, remember long hair Coley? Do you remember like man bun Coley? You remember that version of him? Steven?
Yep.
What's up? I was just showing that I have hair. I man bun Coley. That's throwback Coley.
That was like 2018, I want to say.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Was that like?
Were you bunning in 18, Coley? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I cut it because I was blonde in 18 too. I dyed it for the World Cup.
Classic.
I was sick, and then I cut it end of summer, probably right before the playoffs. Honestly,
Yeah.
Was this like the classic? I know I'm losing my hair, so I'm just going to keep growing it out, and like my last stand.
No, I had been growing it out since whenever the Patriots lost to the Ravens in the playoffs. So like 2011, 2012 probably.
2011, yeah.
Yeah. So I said I was going to grow it out until they won a Super Bowl, and then they won one, and I was like, well, I fucking can't cut it now. So I didn't. But that also coincided with me losing like 60 pounds. So I was just like fucking hot as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Still are.
No,
Yeah,
no
I
doubt,
remember,
just different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a different era in everyone's lives here, but I do recall that being a major chapter.
That was probably the biggest thing that jumped out to me with the 10-year post I did. I was like, damn, I didn't really used to wear hats when we did this show. Like I would have my hair showing. I still got hair, but I said on here a million times, just the back is like, dude, boom, it is bald up there. That 10-year
post, I was wearing like an Argyle sweater vest all the time. Like, I was wearing sweater vests all the time.
I didn't realize you had that many. I was like, this is this
I
guy's
don't
look
have
apparently.
any now.
Yeah.
The horrifying look. Horrifying.
I mean, I explained that because this came up at the time that you posted it, but I explained it as I got a real desk job that I had for 10 months before I went full time at Barstool. And I was like, well, I bought all these sweaters and button up shirts. Like I got to wear them. Like, what am I supposed to do? I bought this for my real grown up job. And now I can wear a t-shirt and shorts to work if I want to.
100%. I'm glad they're a sponsor. Really am. Would like to get some of the hair back on the top of the dome. I guess T is feeling like he's at that point where it's about to go.
Any day now. I just hate getting in the shower and like you put the shampoo in your hand and you can see like 5 or 6 pieces of hair in your hand.
That's gonna be
every day.
Though. Like even that happens to me.
I just feel like my hairline, like it on this side, it started to cave back. The other side, it's holding. But like once this side starts to go, we're going to be in some big trouble.
Yeah.
We can go to Turkey
Nutrafol's going to help you.
Please. And Nutrafol. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, Nutrafol's going to help
whenever Donnie did his last bald stool trip, the second he landed in Turkey, I woke up with a DM that was like, hey, if you ever want to go on any future trips. And I was like, this is the nicest, most insulting thing anyone's ever said to me. Like, I'm appreciative of the offer and also go fuck yourself. Like,
hey, we got room for you, bud. Like, what
do you mean? Yeah, he was like, I had this 12-hour flight and I was just thinking of the baldest motherfuckers I could, and I just couldn't get off the mic, man.
It's just so hit or miss, man. Like, I look at like Harry Styles and I'm like, this dude looks like he needs another hair transplant, and he just got one. Bieber too at times. I'm like, one usually isn't enough. You got to do like 2 or 3.
Joe Buck almost died getting
what?
He's talked about this on PMT in the past. Like, he was so addicted, and he wasn't doing like turkey. I don't know. He was probably doing it like since like the 90s. Joe Buck's been around forever.
Yeah.
And I guess one like just didn't get planted well, and it got infected, and it was like not a great scene for him for a minute.
Jeez. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, I'm like married with 3 kids. I really don't care.
You're also
Martha's rooting for me to go bald.
Why?
Well, she doesn't
rooting
like
for
you.
it. That's interesting.
Well, she knows how much I stress out about it, but she's also like, what does it matter? Who cares if you're bald?
You shouldn't stress about it. See, you're not at that point yet. I remember the day it happened to me. It's Pete noticed on a show in 2017. And I was like, wait, Steve, like, put your head down for a second. And it was like just this little circle. And I'm like, fuck. That was the first time I knew, and that was 9 years ago. So don't.
The shortest guy you know saw it. That's very funny.
I know. Little Petey.
Whenever I'm at the barber, I ask him. Can you be real with me? Like, how long do you think I have? Like, what do you think the like situation is? And I know he like hypes it up. Like, he's like, dude, you're nowhere close. You got nothing to worry about. Like, you're never going to be one of those guys that loses it all. And I'm like, yeah, I would say that too if I was worried about losing a customer. Like, why would you sit there and be like, oh yeah, you're fucking cooked? You want me showing up to shave it when it eventually goes, or me pretending whatever I have is something.
See, we've said this to you, and I know you've got a listening problem, but like, if you switched to earbuds, I think most of your problem would be solved.
It's a very good point. That goes right over the spot that you're concerned about.
Yeah, yours is self-inflicted by the headphones entirely. You take those off and the Nutrafol, you're back in action.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there. It's literally right there.
It's exactly on the spot. Yeah.
I just don't think they make like earbuds for like a radio environment.
I'm wearing them. Steve's wearing them.
But would those plug into a board?
Oh, I get. No, I get.
You know what I'm saying?
But you're not really.
I know what you're saying.
It's they definitely make them because of the airplanes.
Francesa wore them.
You plug something in.
There's a transition thing that you can do. I know what you're saying, T, because those are huge inputs. I get it.
Yeah, they have.
But they have a converter. Just get a converter.
Okay.
Yeah. To the barber point, and this kills me. Like, I have a new barber. This guy's awesome, Carlos. He's from the DR. We're talking WBC. He's great. Loves baseball. Shout out Carlos. But he does the thing where he shows the mirror. I don't need the mirror behind my head. Like, I don't want to see it. I really don't.
Remember this? Remember this?
Well, my dude Arthur in New York used to do it when we were all living there, and like it was still there at that point. I'm like, show me my hair.
This is in New York.
It was West 72nd Street, right around there.
Okay, because my barber was also named Art. Art the Barber.
Oh, there we go. That would be funny. I mean, we didn't live in similar spots of the city, but
that's why
either way,
if you were coming to my hood for a haircut,
I probably would have said, "What's up?" Because we hung out all the time when we were living in the city. But
I don't hang out with nobody.
No, I know that's always been your thing. I just don't want the mirror thing anymore. I don't know how to tell him though, because he does such a great job, and then he wants to like. I'm like, I don't want to look. I think
it's
back.
the same in Spanish. You can just say no.
No, he speaks fluent English. It's not like I have to.
When they show the back,
mi amigo, no. It's like they just say it in English.
When they show the
no.
No. Es muy mal. He's like, bro, we've been talking English this entire time. I don't know why.
He's like, what? What are you saying, dude?
What's up, T?
When they show the back of my head, I'm always so disappointed by the shape. I don't know why, but I feel like it looks like a thumb, like the back of my. Dude, when you guys,
can you turn around, T?
Yeah, turn around.
Hold on.
See this thumb?
It's
got some thumb
it looks
to
more
it.
like a mushroom.
Yeah. It's actually looking pretty good right now, T.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it looks more like a cowlick than anything. I don't think that's a balding situation.
Headphones on.
I didn't hear anything you said.
Yeah, okay. We said great stuff about you, but you missed it.
Shows the back.
It's more of like a cowlick situation than a balding situation.
I think hairline's my biggest problem. I think there's some up top, some fading going on, but my hairline's going.
I think very minimal up top. When you get a fade T, I'm like, oh, T's like
I'm
ready
cooking.
to roll. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It works for the amount of hair you have.
Yeah, I think you're very handsome, T.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't need like a straight hairline or anything like that. You just
because you got a lot of overhang too. Like it works.
And you got the beard. You got stuff. You got hair in your head. You good.
You got shit to work with, T.
We're gonna be all right.
You're very toolsy.
I like that.
Yeah, that's how I describe it. You're toolsy as fuck. Yeah. That's exciting. You know whose hair's been looking right recently?
Who?
Jake.
Oh yeah.
He had good flow.
He's always had good flow, but
Mikey,
like
big time.
Oh, Mikey, yes. So you guys complimented Mikey's hair earlier, but I was on a FaceTime with him a day or two ago, and he just like rolled out of bed and was like, I look like fucking Leo in Titanic right now. Like, what do I? He's like, it was like 11:30 in the morning. He's like, do I just show up to the bar right now and see what's good? Like, I feel like I can't waste this hair opportunity.
My mom thinks Emond's hot.
He is.
I mean, everyone should.
All right, said thank you.
All right.
Of course, she thinks you look like a nice Lebanese boy. That's how she felt about Aaron Hernandez too.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
More
T.
Portuguese.
She has a type.
More Portuguese and Italian than anything.
Yeah. Since
How
we're
about on
here,
the
Mikey.
Hernandez scale, Mikey?
Like, just to
more or
mention
less?
who she also said that about. Yeesh.
Since we're
My
here,
mom
Mikey,
was screaming
do you
for
want, do you want
Hernandez.
90 seconds to talk about the new Friars head coach?
Brian Hodgson, what a day it was in Friartown. It was a beautiful
Yeah.
day. The fan base needed it. They basically sold out Alumni Hall for a press conference. You could tell he was shocked when he walked in. He was like, holy shit, this is insane for a press conference. Friartown showed out. We got a win today. We needed a win. It's been a down couple of seasons, so it felt good.
What about the shirt?
The shirt's great. If you're a Friar fan or if you're not a Friar fan, go over to divineprovpod.com. We have the Hodgson era shirts ready to go to celebrate our new coach. And that is sold by our good friends over at Sully's. And the design was made by our very own Corey Brinson. So I want to thank both of them. And while we're on it, why don't you go over to YouTube if you haven't seen it yet? The Sully's Bridge 9 Section 10 doc. Go check it out. It's a great story.
Mikey gets a lot of love in the comments on those videos.
Big time, as he should.
Because they know the work that goes in, where it's like, I just want everyone to know that on a production like that, it's very uncommon that it's like shot, edited, produced, directed, all by the same fucking guy. Like usually that's a team. We just got one Mikey with the YouTube vids like that. And for anyone that doesn't know, Sully's brand, who does our merch, Chris Wren owns Sully's brand, but he also owns Bridge 9, which is a Boston hardcore record label. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, Chris was selling Yankee Suck shirts and stickers on the Bridge, Big Poppy Bridge. And from the sales of all of that, he was funding his Boston hardcore record label. And yes, so like through the success of Sully's, Bridge 9 was able to put out records. And this YouTube video is really the story behind that. And then obviously how it interlinks with the Section 10 universe. Like I worked there for 7 years, and now they do our merch. And also as far as Bridge 9 goes, can't do the full song.
No, I was going to say, yeah.
Too early.
Especially when we're almost there.
Yeah, but that is Death Before Dishonor, who has put out many a record with Bridge 9. So that's kind of the interweb universe of all that. So, but definitely check out the video. It came out fucking awesome. But that's just what Mikey do, baby. It's what he do. You know, fuck you expect.
That's what he be doing, dog.
That's what he does.
Definitely happy for the Friars. That really is a huge hire for them. And the line about his wife was great. Even if he had said it at the previous college, who cares? The delivery was great. He was like, if you question my recruiting abilities, just look at my wife. I mean, that's bang. What a line.
His wife?
His wife's hot. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I get it. No, I get it.
He's like, you think I stink at recruiting? Look what I'm piping after this.
I get it. No, I feel you on that. Is there anything else on the Milliken Manifesto before we move on to predictions? Before you even answer that, I just want to say I fucking was one of the 19 calls that I had today, grinding on a Milliken Manifesto sponsor that would also basically be like a Tyler Milliken personal branding deal. It's like, you know, there would be like, I'm basically getting you in bed with this company / sponsor. And I agreed. I was like, you can use me however you want. But I was like, for this category, Tyler's your guy. Like I was selling the fuck. I glazed.
Thank you. I love that. You're my agent.
Yeah. I'm just consider me a pal. That's all. Just a guy who's looking out for you in life. Just a guy.
My mentor.
Just a guy who, you know, that meme of the soldier who's taking all the flaming arrows while you sleep peacefully in bed. That's me. That's me.
He's also, it's his sister shooting the arrows.
Yeah.
You're Ash Ketchum and I'm Pikachu.
No.
Yes.
No, I like my meme better analogy.
Okay. To the manifesto?
We barely touched on, I think, the larger news. Obviously, Marcelo getting the job is big, but Connelly early, number 3 starter.
Yeah, he'll start game 3 after a 159 ERA in 17 innings this spring. I think the big things for early, and Castillo made a point with the framing, with the way people are talking about it, like he kind of stole the job from Oviedo. I'm not there yet. I think that could happen in 10 days or 15 days or something like that. But I think at this point in time, it's more about the fact that they can eat innings this way. They're not forcing early into a bullpen role that he hasn't pitched in regularly, or that would impact how stretched out he is. I just think when you get 2 weeks into the season, is Oviedo going to be ready to jump into that kind of role? And where do Crawford and Sandoval factor in? Jared?
There were some work ethic murmurs about Oviedo in spring training.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why didn't you say anything?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, we threw it to you. You just
to him
didn't
and
say
he
anything.
just air for 10 seconds.
When you didn't say anything, sorry. When you didn't say anything there, when did you maybe hear what you didn't say?
I would say earlier on in camp. Earlier on. Yeah.
Oviedo did say he was working on a new cutter in that last start. Velocity was down. It's weird. I think it's kind of the process of spring training. You had a point in the middle of March where he was like one of the standouts of camp. And then the last couple outings, specifically the last one, it feels like everyone ended up on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes. And I'm excited for Connelly early.
It's also like, I've seen it being pointed out, like Ranger needs to get stretched out. Bayo, for some reason, is lumped into that too. I think those aren't exactly the same. They also just like signed 2 relievers within the last, 10 days. They're not, Connelly got sent down. I don't think DC is getting sent down to. But either way, like you can't imagine they're the most ready either. So there's a couple guys that they need to get ready. So having a guy who's been there the whole time in the bullpen, I don't think it's the end of the world.
And he has experience doing it. Like in Pittsburgh, you can look, it wasn't last year was 2025. So 2023 was when he was getting some regular reps out of the bullpen. But you look at the way the bullpen's kind of slotted right now. Chapman, Whitlock, Slayton, Weiser, Danny Coulomb, who's staying down to pitch an extra inning tomorrow, got hit in the wrist, got sick, man. He's had like everything go wrong for him since he signed here, including his physical seemingly failing. So, he is expected to be ready, but they have Tyler Samaniego just waiting, who had a great camp. Giovanni Moran got smoked today, but everyone had him making the roster, and he did. To me, I think arguably the biggest loser of this spring is Zach Kelly. For a guy who they continue to like give every opportunity, and he had a nice finish to last year, but came into camp, said he did all this stuff differently to prepare over the course of the offseason, had a new pitch added to the arsenal, just couldn't miss bats, was walking guys, everything was a grind. And yeah, I don't know like if Zach Kelly could have pushed them to a point where they kept Oviedo and used him as the long man, because they threw him for some lengthy outings last year that were almost irresponsible to a degree. But with Ryan Watson, like if you didn't bring Ryan Watson, who was the Rule 5 pick, onto the roster, you were going to lose him. Now you can give Watson a shot, see what it looks like for 2 or 3 weeks. If it doesn't work out, then you can go to Kelly or Connelly, and hell, you could have 2 out of those 3 up if you feel ready at that point for Oviedo to step in and you want to get that service time going early. I do think it's a pretty crowded like rookie class in the American League this year. So the PPI pick, it's interesting, but there's a lot of names he's going to be competing with. It's not an easy list.
Well, I'm excited for Connelly early. I know that like Lou was saying, like they're not doing like the roster, the time. What the fuck am I talking about?
Service time manipulation.
Service time manipulation. They're not doing that, and it's like, well, it's not like they haven't in the past. And I was interested intrigued the fact that he is making the roster. I don't know, like every once in a while, like you have to reward good performance. Like the guy made a fucking postseason start for you. Like right. I would venture to guess that a good chunk of Red Sox fans didn't even know who he was on opening day last year. And then he's taking the ball for you in Yankee Stadium in the playoffs. Yeah. Like that's, you've earned the right to be able to make the opening day roster the following year, service time manipulation aside. Yeah, like it's fair game. So I'm glad that I commend the Red Sox for it. It's a low bar, but I commend them for it. And I'm pumped that Connelly's going to get the opportunity. I think the only downside, not to, look for a negative in it, but the only downside would be, I guess, like an innings management kind of situation. Like, what do you think they're probably looking at? Like 150, 160?
Yeah,
like,
I don't think you're getting more than that this year.
Yeah.
Which is what they should, like, if you're going to have a 7-8 man deep rotation and most of the, 4 of those guys are optionable, then yeah, you should be optioning them. They should get breaks.
Last year,
yeah,
he threw 119 innings last year, which was a career high.
Okay. Yeah. So call it 140. 150.
I think 140 is perfect.
Well, yeah, 140, 150. But it's like, all right, so you option Connelly early at a certain point for innings management, and it's not like you got to bring up fucking Abe Alvarez. Like it's like, all right, ooh, like now we dig into the toy box and we bring up like Peyton Tolley and see what that looks like. There's a bunch of intriguing options, and like even Oviedo, it's like, yeah, we've been hearing about this dude and since he got here in terms of what he's been able to do to raise his own personal stock and improve his pitch repertoire. It's like, yeah, I want to see that at some point too. I'm not just like looking at these 5 starters that they're rolling with on opening day and saying, all right, now we go. Like these are the 5. You're going to be 7-8 guys deep at some point.
I'm also wondering too, kind of a cross-sport comparison. Like when the Patriots signed Danny Amendola to be a receiver and it didn't work out initially, they moved him to punt returner. And that kind of unlocked him, let him get a feel for seeing the field, being out there. And then he became one of the better receivers of that decade. I wonder if, like how T talked about on last episode, they just want him filling up the strike zone. They just want him pounding the strike zone. If you're coming in as a reliever, like, yeah, just do it for an inning, maybe 2. Just this is all you got to focus on. I can see that being beneficial long term.
I will say Oviedo's fastball and Stats has had some good stuff on this on Twitter talking about it. But when you looked at it, like compared to before pre-Tommy John, he had like an 18% whiff rate. It was up to 28% last year. For it to be a couple ticks down, it's not having kind of like the vertical approach angle we've seen in the past. If that 4-seamer, they can't recreate it or get it back to where it was from even a year ago, I do wonder, how much that alters their projection of him. And like you said, if there's some, or like you didn't say, if there's some concerns about what's happening off the field, that is a pretty significant thing because I think he's the kind of guy who is going to have to do a lot of work. It's a big body. Mechanics are going to be a big part of it. And they've already told him they want him to get more athletic towards the plate, kind of use more of his body and let that all play up with his stuff. And so far, it's kind of going in the other direction.
I think I'm going to use that moving forward, like you didn't say, just to kind of prove like, yeah, I got the point. You totally did not have that point.
No, sir.
We ready for some predictions here?
Is there anything else in the manifesto, T?
I'm going to skip the Connor Wong stuff. We touched on Ryan Watson quickly.
Thank you.
I'm just curious. What does that mean?
He made the roster after going 4 for 33 this spring. 2 of those hits came after he made the team in the same game.
We know he's bad. Like that is determined.
I think the positive for you, Matt Theis, who had an upwards mobility clause, rejected it, chose to stay in the organization. I wonder if they told him 2 or 3 weeks into the year.
Hang tight. It won't be long.
We're going to eject quickly here if he starts going out there and it looks like it did a year ago, because Kundal said that just watching down there defensively, offensively, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like it did 2 years ago. So besides, knowing the staff, which Cora keeps saying, which there's a lot of different guys on this pitching staff at this point in time, too. You know what I mean? Like, how much value is that really going to have? I don't know, but it feels like they're ready to pull the plug pretty quickly on him. Beyond that, just a quick mention, there's no extensions that are expected to happen whether it's right before the season or the first couple weeks. They haven't been talking with Tolley or Early. They didn't approach Durbin about anything, and Mayer continues to be someone they just haven't talked with, and same for Jarren Duran. I don't know if you guys are upset. Willier's part of that as well.
I just can't imagine a signing that would shake less pavement than a Caleb Durbin extension. I'm not saying people are out on him, but I just don't know if that's like firing up the fellas.
Yeah, we locked them down. We got them.
You think that they would do that?
4 years of control?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Maybe.
What's there to extend? Just
Yeah, all you're doing is making his like luxury tax hit higher.
Right. Yeah.
For no reason.
Well, that's Campbell. Campbell's $725 this year.
Right.
Sure, but that one I understood.
Bayo, there's plenty of dudes where it's like your luxury tax hit is much higher than it should be at this point in the game. I'm fine with Caleb Durbin staying right there.
I'm not anti any extension talk with Tolley or Early. I do wonder if they kind of looked at it, and I don't think their plan was for those guys to be on the opening day roster until some of this stuff, and partially Early pitching like he did. You could probably make a case like if they really wanted Oviedo in the rotation, why not just have Tolley work in the bullpen for those 2 weeks, because he's been doing it throughout camp. Early did it one time. I think you could argue with Tolley stuff, like the length at that point in time, what he did against the Yankees and the Braves kind of showed that. But I think they are rewarding Early for what he did. It's just what can you do with the opportunity? Beyond that, 2 things. Alex Cora had an interview with the Globe, which he spoke about his future, and it didn't get much run. I feel like a lot of people aren't thinking about it, but his contract will expire after 2027, and I'm not going to read through the entire back and forth conversation, but these were the 2 things that stood out to me. They asked him, so is there an end date to you managing? He goes, we have to talk about it. We made a decision on the last contract to keep it at 3 years, and there was a reason. I like where the team is at. It's fun again. We have a good chance to do what that group did in 2018. They only won 1, but we can get to the playoffs consistently, and that's what you want. He had mentioned he felt recharged, and he was happy. He believed in what the organization was doing in some of his previous answers. So, like, to me, I read that as, I think a lot of people thought this was going to be the last Cora contract. I think we're going to get one more. I think there'll be another 3 or 4 year deal. Whoa.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're saying yes.
Yeah, like, of course. Like, it's like, yeah, like, you know, I did a 3-year deal, blah, blah, blah. It's like, didn't know what inflation was going to look like 3 years from now. So I didn't want to, like, you know, I didn't know what the value of the dollar was going to be 3 years from now. So I want to make sure that, you know, we were getting taken care of in whatever it is, 2028? No, 7?
Yeah, after 27.
Yeah, it's a tough time to need a new deal for players and coaches.
True. Yeah, but in this organization, they'll just be like, all right, we'll figure it out.
Handle
like,
things right.
He absolutely.
But these guys, they can take
but
care
he's
of
like
business.
Part of these guys. You know what I mean? Like,
sure,
he's got a seat at the table. Yeah, I feel like if you're Alex Cora, you can probably manage here for as long as you want, unless it gets so bad that it's like, dude, our hands are tied. Like, we're gonna have to let you go. But like, I don't envision that, especially in the window of time that he's talking about wanting to finish this out. I don't think they're ever gonna be so fucking bad that they're like, we gotta.
He's got to have the longest. Does he have the longest leash of like any manager that we've had in our lifetime? It has to be, right?
Yes.
And his current relationship with the team, like, to that point, Jerry, I don't envision much of a. Obviously,
no.
You know, the suspension and all that. You think
Terry Francona was the manager.
So, you know, one bad. They had a winning record and they fired him.
That was what, decade in?
How long? That was
04 to 11. It was less than a decade.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah. I think Cora's already going to pass Tito's amount of seasons with the team.
Yeah, even in the 1 year, like 06. They were in third place. 2010, they were in third place.
Pretty conveniently, like, these aren't consecutive years for AC.
No, of course. Obviously, he has a unique situation.
Yes, I think that adds to it, though. He didn't have a losing season.
I agree with you, T. Like, that adds a layer to it where it's like, this guy has had every reason for you to have a short leash for him. Obviously, it's been years since then, but like, still, this is a guy that you had to fire and now is in a position like he's a made man, which I agree with, but I'm not even disagreeing with it. It's just interesting when you look at it bird's eye view, and it's like, yeah, Cora can probably be here as long as he wants to be here. He talks about his kids a decent amount, so I don't know how much longer he wants to do it, but he can. Jerry?
I don't think that it's Cora's leash specifically is longer than previous managers. I think that baseball people in decision-making roles have gotten smarter as to the value that a manager can bring. Like before, like you had fucking Terry Francona managing your baseball team, and you were like, well, we didn't make the playoffs, so get the fuck out of here, pillhead. You know, like it was very premature. Unless it was, I think they probably phrased it as a mutual decision. I don't think it was. I think they were just like, we got to phrase this as mutual so that we don't get killed for
Bobby
firing
Valentine
you.
in here. Yep.
Yeah. But back then, we say back then, it was like, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was fucking there. It was just like, oh, the vibes are bad around our team. We didn't make the playoffs. We can't fire our best hitter or the pitcher that didn't do well, so you're fired.
They did both of those things, but
it certainly was like the worst month in team history. Like there is that.
Right. They didn't miss the playoffs. That's a gross mischaracterization.
I think we're going over
Not
a
that we
little
want to talk about this a lot, but like that's not what happened.
So yes, I mean, like if we want to do 2011 discourse,
we don't.
Veritek was gone after that. Papelbon was gone after that. Tim Wakefield was gone after that. Theo Epstein was gone after that. I think it goes without saying, maybe you don't agree, the 2012 Red Sox don't completely shit the bed if Tito's managing versus Bobby Valentine.
It's a completely different team.
They were alive until July. Their head wasn't fully
Bobby
drowning.
said like 10 dumb things a week, and obviously that had an impact on the team. He had players on his roster that hated him.
Like, did they lose like 93 games?
They lost a shitload of games.
A shitload of games.
It's up there for some of the most, I think, in team history.
Yeah, the September lineups, like you could post anyone from any point in September and you're like, I don't know who 65% of these guys are. They're all trivia questions. But we've heard like
give me the lineup from 9/11/2012.
I'm on it.
But let's see how many of those fucking guys we've heard of.
Let me see. Oh my God, I didn't type Red Sox and I just typed in 9/11 September 2012.
I don't think the lineup's going to pop up.
Yeah.
The 11-year
9/11 best moments.
9/11 best of.
Yeah. 9/11 crunk edit.
You ready?
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Just tell me the lineup.
Batting leadoff, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Okay.
Heard of him.
Number 2 hitter, Scott Podsednik.
Wow, I forgot about Scotty Pods. Yeah.
He was good in MLB 12, the show. Mm-hmm. Pinch hit for him in that game with Mauro Gomez.
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
Wait, what? Mauro Gomez.
Yep, AAA slugger.
Yeah.
He was an all-star that year.
He did.
Mauro.
Mauro Gomez.
Daniel Nava pinch hit for him later in that game for Gomez.
Okay.
Then you got Pedroia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
James Loney
went 3 for 4 that day, right? Did he go 3 for 4
Good job. Day? Good job, Steve.
He's fucking looking at it, Tyler.
I knew he was going to.
I was so proud of you.
You're so wholesome and innocent. That's actually like how I described you on the call. They were like, we know you, but like, this Tyler guy, we want to make sure like he doesn't have a criminal record, right? I was like, he's the most wholesome, innocent, naive. Yeah.
Go ahead. I forgot about this next guy, T.
James Loney. Go ahead.
He infuriated me because he left here and like had a career renaissance after that.
With Tampa, yeah.
Yes, it just became like this incredible.
He did Carlos Pena arc, didn't he?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Pena just did it for longer after.
Yeah, and better.
30 games with the Sox, he hit 230.
And then what was the next 2 years in terms of batting average?
Let's see, 299, 290. So yeah, a lot better than 230. Batting average. Here we go. T talking about batting average.
That infuriates me.
I love a good BA.
Next up,
right. Who is after Loney?
My man Cody Ross, who I absolutely loved.
Great, smiley, cheerful Cody Ross.
That's him.
Do you know what I'm talking about, T?
No,
Yes, I do remember when he was described as that. Was it Tom Warner who called him that?
No.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah, it was. He like sent the Red Sox sent like an email or like a letter to the fans being like, I know we suck, but like, come on out and look at the cheerful Cody Ross.
Dude, that White Sox walk-off that year is one of the coldest little bat drops of all time.
We made a Sully's t-shirt with the silhouette of that bat flip.
I watched that at my aunt's house. I was like, this team's going to make a run. I can see it. I'm pretty sure David Ortiz's Achilles exploded also like 3 innings earlier. Is that how you say it?
Achilles.
That too.
Yep.
Next up, Ryan Lavarnway.
Yep.
another Red Sox legend here, Ryan Kalish, who I loved.
Dude, Ryan
him
Kalish is like out here making content with Smitty now. Do you see this shit?
I did see that. Yeah.
He's got like a man bun, and he's like he's a god guy and just making content with Smitty.
There's some ridiculous catches if you go on YouTube just to see what he was doing. I remember one in Tampa that was crazy. Guy could play the outfield.
Hold on. Smitty in the caption, he describes him as 2-time World Series champion Ryan Kalish. Where the fuck did that happen?
Was he on the Cubs in 16?
Yes, he was on the Cubs that year. He played 7 games.
Was he on the roster?
I mean, are they giving him 13 too? Because he played 7 games for the 16 Cubs, but
okay,
is he just giving? He didn't play for the 2013 Red Sox,
but he was in the
org?
He
hurt?
Yes,
he like broke his leg, right, or something.
Oh, he didn't even appear in a game in 2013.
Yeah, he didn't. So he's fudging that a little bit, but yeah, well-known 2-time champ, 7 total games in those 2 years.
I don't think that he said you better describe me as
no chance. I'm sure it was just fudged by Smitty.
It was a shoulder/neck injury. He had surgeries on both.
That's close to the knee.
Yeah. After that, Pedro Siriaco, and then Mike Aviles batting 9th.
Great, I was a big Mike Aviles guy.
Yeah, I like Mike Aviles.
Love his stance.
I loved his calves.
Yeah, he had a good stance.
If I could trade calves with any player in baseball, Mike Aviles.
Yeah.
You ever see him?
People say.
I want to say that there was like a Twitter account like Mike Aviles' calves.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's your 9/11/2012 Red Sox lineup.
Yeah.
Dude. He hit 317 down the stretch for the Red Sox in 2011.
Aviles?
Why don't I remember this? He hit 317, 340, 436.
Didn't the Red Sox trade Mike Aviles for John Farrell? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
That's a good deal.
Imagine getting traded for a fucking manager. It's like, really, dude?
That's tough.
Yeah. Did we get what do we get for compensation for losing Theo to the Cubs?
No, I think Aviles went to the Blue Jays. I think
that's what I fucking said.
Oh, I thought you said like he came
obviously.
here.
That's how they got Farrell. He was with the Jays.
Yes, okay.
What was the compensation for Theo? I feel like we got railroaded on that deal.
Oh, I remember. It was like an outfielder and a pitcher.
Oh my God.
Was it Michael Bowden?
They sent Chris Carpenter, not the Chris Carpenter everyone.
Yeah, that's right.
Wrong Chris Carpenter.
Aaron Kirks, and unfortunately, someone's brother was sent away during all this. Xander Bogaerts' brother, Jair. He was traded to the Cubs.
Jair, who became an agent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was back then too. Like, let's be for real. Like, you got Xander Bogaerts because you signed his brother. Like, that's what they were doing. That was like the whole point.
Fine with it.
Oh, I'm not saying any judgment on it, but that's how he got into professional baseball. I was like, oh yeah, we want the talented member of the family. Yeah, we'll take your brother. He can come play minor league ball for a year or two. Why not? Help him grow up.
Jair.
I've heard worse ideas, honestly.
It's not bad.
More siblings.
Speaking of better ideas, how about better help?
I need it.
How about him?
This episode of Section 10 is sponsored by BetterHelp.
March includes International Women's Day, a moment to celebrate women's strength and progress while also recognizing how much they carry every day. Between caring for others and managing unseen responsibilities, their emotional well-being can easily be overlooked. We want to remind women how much they matter and that therapy offers a space for them to take care of themselves in the way that they deserve. My mom is basically like my therapist at this point. So, I mean, we're still rocking with the online therapy, but man, is it important to have that special woman in your life that is caring enough to be there for you. I would say, if you're listening to this right now, if you don't have that special woman who serves that role in your life, maybe online therapy is like the second best thing for you to do. Because the best thing about BetterHelp is they have quality therapists. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the United States. The therapist match commitment, BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences. And their 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means that they typically get it right the first time. And if you aren't happy with your match, you can switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recommendations. And they have over 30,000 therapists. 30,000. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally, and it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. Your emotional well-being matters. Find support and feel lighter in therapy. Sign up right now and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/section10. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/section10. Oh, excuse me. It's promo code ROCKET. Let me redo that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is betterhelp.com/rocket. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/rocket. Okay. Prediction time?
Prediction time.
Wow. Steven, please take the floor.
Tyler, I'm going to kill you. What is that face?
I'll save it for the final thoughts.
Thank you. Okay, prediction time. Season predictions episode. We get excited for this every year. I can't believe, to your earlier question, Jerry, I genuinely can't believe opening day is tomorrow.
Me neither.
Like, that's crazy. To you, Jerry.
Steve, what was your favorite thing you did this offseason?
Favorite thing I did this offseason? That's a great friggin' question. What did I do this offseason? Going to Delray. That was fun. Trip to Delray.
Delaware?
Yeah, then going to
Delaware.
Nationals. Yeah. Sorry. Why am I talking weird? Going to Delaware. And as everyone knows, that's where Nationals and Astros spring training is. People have always gotten on them for that. They're like, it's still cold here, guys. Like, I don't know why you're doing that, but no, they've stuck with it. And it snows there and it rains, and they were grinding it out. So yeah, I got to see Jose Altuve in Delaware. That was fun.
That's pretty cool. Cully?
What was the question?
What's like the coolest / like funnest thing that you did during the off season?
What a question. I don't think I did a single thing during the off season.
We went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. But that was like
pretty damn fun.
Dead in the middle of the WBC. So that it felt like baseball season at that point.
Yeah.
I did nothing.
Okay. T.
I'd probably go with the Miami trip. I got to spread my wings a little bit, experience life, get in some nice weather, especially away from the cold.
Am I right?
Facts. Shout out Martha.
Can I toss a bonus in there?
Yeah, sure.
The Providence night. That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was a
cool.
ton of fun. Friar
that
Town.
feels like
that
forever
was
ago. What was
the Christmas party.
That was in December. Yeah,
that's what I was
looked
gonna
like
say.
you guys had fun at the Christmas party. That was good.
Jerry's Christmas party. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the Christmas party at my house. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was blessed. Yep, definitely went to that.
Time. Yep. Jake?
I've had a pretty good time watching T's World Media Tour.
Yeah. Every day I wake up, I'm like, what show did he go on today for free? And then
having Cam Newton yelling about FIP.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Jason Whitlock just cooking up some baseball takes.
Yeah. T's on with Anderson Cooper. Just like, dude.
Just
you
talking Oviedo's issues.
Garrett, they used him 3 times in 5 days. It's March.
Again, $6 million, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oprah, you wouldn't even believe the 9/11 roster in 2012. Like, can you name them? Can you name everyone, Oprah? No.
They had T on right after the lady from the Coldplay incident. Yeah, T was actually the second guest on that Oprah show.
Should have been the first.
I know.
Mikey?
My sister got married on New Year's Eve. It was a really nice time. It was a great day for the Emond and Ferrara family. Great day.
What was the wedding song?
Shit. I forget now. It was something good though.
Hell yeah. It was a bop.
Yeah, it was good.
That's good.
Tate.
That's good.
Can we do worst moment?
Sure.
You can.
I was pulled over last week.
Dude, you're pulled
right
over
after the podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know why
not
that would
nothing
stand
new.
out amongst the other like 53 times that you've been pulled over. Like literally just since we started doing the show together.
A lot of people are trying to get the body cam footage currently. There's actually an offer out there that the ticket will be paid if they can get the body cam footage. But it was the most bullshit thing I had ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you tell him.
Steve doesn't want to hear this.
No, go T.
I'll go quick. I left. This was after the podcast the other night, and usually I'm a little foggy the next morning because I don't get a ton of sleep. So whatever, I get on the road. I notice once I get on the highway, oh no, I'm out of gas. Like the gas light's on.
No.
So I stop at the Bridgewater rest stop, and I get out of the car. I'm ready to pump the gas. I can't get the door open. The little gas door, it won't release. And I'm pulling this fucking thing. I start punching it. I start punching the side of the car for it to release. It won't release. I get into the back of the trunk because there's supposed to be some lever that opens it. Could not find that. Tore my trunk apart. And I start panicking because I'm going to be late to work. And I hate being late to work. And I was looking at the gas and I said, you know what? There's two options here. Either I can figure out how to open it by the time I get to Brockton, or I can risk it and drive as close as I can all the way to Waltham to get to work. As I'm driving, like within a minute, I get on the road. I'm like, I'm definitely not making it to Waltham. So I start pulling up a YouTube video on how to open your door. So when I got to Brockton, I could stop there because I knew the gas station is right off the exit. All of a sudden, these fucking lights turn on as I'm watching the video and I'm trying to drive down the highway. So I start pulling over. I get to the side and I think the officer's totally going to understand. Like, genuinely, I thought he was like, dude, you're good. Don't worry. I was running out of gas. I was like stranded.
I could have died. Yeah.
I pull over and he walks up, whatever. And he's like,
whatever.
He's like,
get on with it.
He's like, what were you doing? He goes, what were you doing? You were on your phone. I go, officer, it's okay. I hand him my phone. I go, look, I was trying to watch a YouTube video on how to open my gas tank. And he goes, so you're on your phone. He's like, is it worth?
So you're an idiot. It's okay, got you.
So you're confirming how dumb you are by doing this while driving on the highway.
He goes, is it worth killing someone to figure out how to open your gas tank? I was like, well, I wasn't planning on doing that.
I'm on his side entarily.
So he's like, get your registration. I open the glove box.
You Google where that is.
A couple of my tickets
so I
were at
pull
the
a gun
top.
out on this guy, which he flipped out about, which was like, what the fuck?
I had a couple tickets on the top in the glove box, from past incidents or whatever. I keep them.
Or whatever. It's just they're from past incidents. It's not like, fucking.
I open it. He reaches into the glove box from outside the car and starts reading the tickets. Is that a thing? You can do that?
Of course.
And he goes, oh, so you've been banged for your inspection? You still haven't got that done? I go, well, yeah, I'm in the process of getting some of these lights off in the car. You know how it goes. And
You know how it goes.
Everything you're saying is like, my man. I know you're the guy that gives out tickets, but like, you get out of here, Chico.
I thought he understood. I thought he'd connect with my situation.
You know the vibes. We ain't paying this shit, cop. You get it?
So he comes back and he goes, hey, man, I'm going to have to get you for the phone and the inspection sticker. 150 fucking bucks later, man.
Double whammy.
No excuses. But while he was there, I start pulling the lever again on the gas because then I'm just pissed. I'm pissed about the gas door. He comes back. He goes, whatever you're doing, please stop doing that in the car. And I was trying to show him I couldn't open the gas door. Of course, it eventually opens. Once he leaves, because I just kept staying on the side fucking around with it. But I was able to get gas and get to work. I'm just down $150.
From this guy's perspective, you're flying on the highway watching YouTube. He then pulls you over. You open the glove compartment. You got out-of-date tickets. The second he goes to his car, you're punching the side of your car. It's like, is this the craziest fucking kid of all time? No, but he gets it. Like, you get it. This is classic.
You're flying down the highway watching YouTube, and your plan was admit to a fucking crime immediately.
Officer, I was just at a complete stop, a pulled off safe. I could have easily watched this video there. I opted to get back on the road where I have better service to watch this YouTube video.
It was an efficiency
I was
thing.
so thirsty. The only thing I had was a beer. Like, what did you want me to do? He's gonna
liter
love
of
this.
vodka. You get this.
Yeah.
Like, I had to start chugging it.
He's gonna understand.
He was like, I was in the middle lane and you
understand that you're a
drove.
cop, but we're just two guys talking right now,
We're
right?
guys. You
So
want
I got
some?
this,
No
I
way.
got
This
this
shit's
gun
great.
in the fucking. I got this gun under my seat with the number file down, and it is what it is, right? We're just two guys.
Yeah.
I tried to be honest, man. I tried to be upfront. I tried to just relate and connect. And he was like, dude, you just drove right by me. Like I was in the middle of the lane and you never saw me. And I was like, I had limited time. It was 10 minutes before I got to Brockton. If I didn't figure out the gas tank, at that point, I was going to go until it stopped in Uber.
So was pulling over to figure out how to get the lever up ever a factor for you? Was that
that's
ever
what
in
I
play?
was doing at the Bridgewater rest stop. And then I realized
then time came into play.
Yeah. I was like, I got to make a gamble here. Either I'm going to figure it out by the time I get there
now and watch YouTube. Yeah.
It was exactly where I got pulled over last time, too.
T's always going to T. I'll give you credit. Like the fact that you thought you were in the right by handing the phone over is hilarious. But yeah, it
was a bad look.
It bothers me that that's such a little fine for being on YouTube on the highway.
I was ready for higher than 150. Yeah, I thought he'd get.
And that was with the inspection.
Yeah, that's like 75, right? Yeah, what's the YouTube on the highway? It might be $60. That's like a steal.
That needs to be a 100x. That needs to be like people are going into bankruptcy if they're doing that.
What's up, T?
Yeah, predictions.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it is season predictions time, folks. We're going to jump right into it. The first one of the year involves a player that just dominated at the WBC, thought he probably should have won MVP. It is Wheeler Abreu. We set the home run totals here, by the way. This is
best experience that I ever had.
Best experience I ever had. Still can't believe they didn't get the mic in his face immediately after they won the gold, the trophy, all that good stuff. But yeah, we set these totals here, folks, knowing that we're probably going to lean positive and trying to find a number that's actually hard to pick. Wheeler Abreu home run total over under 25.5. He had 15 in 132 games in 2024. He had 22 in 115 games in 2020. Did I say 115 the first time? I just want to make sure. Did I say 132? I'm losing my mind. In 132 games in 24, 115 games in 25, he had 22 homers. So yeah, we're gonna start. We'll start with Jerry. Over under.
The best experience that I ever had.
I'm going
over under. Wheeler Abreu having the best experience he's ever had this season.
Over.
Do you have a number?
28 bombs.
Okay.
28 bombs for Willier.
Go.
Probably go like 24. Like for as much as we harp on other guys, like he still also needs to play a full season and play against lefties. So yeah, 24 feels comfortable for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go 30 right on the dot. I think he ends up hitting that mark. 22 homers in 115 games over 162. That's a 30 homer pace. You're going to get more opportunities against lefties here, but so far in camp, he's looked really comfortable against them. Cut his K percentage by about 4%. If we see him start making more contact again this year, I think it's going to lead into some more of that power, and I think it's going to be a special year for Wheeler Abreu.
Yeah, ready for him to have a big season. I know that was the first thing Cora mentioned when we interviewed him on this podcast in November. He just jumped right into it. Yeah, I think Willier's going to have a big year. I think he's going to hit the lefties. Like, we're going to be giving him all the chance in the world to get those power numbers up. The concerns, obviously, missing time. I think I was doing the math. He's missed 24% of his games while being on the Red Sox. So that's going to factor in here. I think this goes under, but I think it's still a great year. I think it's 25 homers, like 80 plus RBIs. Some of the bigger moments, too. I want to see, has he had walk-offs? I feel like I don't remember Willier walk-offs. There's not a lot of those. This might be the season for that, for him to play a big role in this team, not just making the playoffs, but hopefully winning the division.
I know Cora told Tim Kirchin that he believes Willier will hit 30 home runs. He said they were talking in camp, and that was like, to him, he was like, Willier will hit 30, be ready for it. You're going to see it. And I do think with some of the injury stuff, his body, the shape he's in right now, I'm hoping it helps with the soft tissue injuries. Also falling down the dugout stairs, like, at the end of the day. Like, what are you going to do about that?
Heavy legs.
Heavy legs. That'll happen. Moving on. The next one here. It's kind of a weird one to word out. I know Coley's got this guy winning 4 MVPs this year. Roman Anthony, MVP finish over or under 3.5 place. So over under 3.5. Is he going to be top 3 or not top 3 in MVP? That's essentially what this one is. To give you the Vegas odds here, Aaron Judge is the favorite at plus 215. Bobby Witt Jr. is second, plus 500. Cal Raleigh is third at plus 1100. Vladdy plus 1300. Roman Anthony, fifth best odds to win the AL MVP in his first full season of baseball. Jared, where do you got him finishing?
Yeah, that's wrong. He is going to finish third for MVP this year. Yeah.
Behind the top 2 guys I mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay. Cole?
I don't like, this isn't bird bath talk. I don't know what Gunnar Henderson has to do to get some goddamn respect from anyone around here. Like, it's crazy that he's lower than like a rookie, and like he's still like, I know he's not up for rookie of the year, but he's a rookie, like, more or less. I'll go lower. Like, and it's not like, how dare he, but that's so lofty. I'm trying to temper my expectations. Like, fifth, I think it'll be top 10 for sure.
To that point, Gunner's 7th. He's behind Nick Kurtz and then the 5 guys
like that
we mentioned. Like, but for the record, though, like, his odds are essentially even to Roman's. Like, Roman's like plus 1,400, so it's not like they're that far off.
No,
if anything,
I get Judge as the runaway and should be the favorite. Cal Raleigh's not like if Cal Raleigh didn't win it last year, I just find it hard to believe. With the start of the year he's already had, he's going to be anywhere near those dogs.
I think he's got like a 0% chance of winning this. I don't know why he's third. He just had like the greatest year ever, and they're like, "Get out of here, brother! Like, this isn't. We're not giving it to you."
Yeah, I'm going to go under. I think like 5th or 6th or something like that's really realistic. But if I'm penciling in Judge and Bobby Witt Jr. to the 1 and 2 spot, like Jose Ramirez could easily come in third. Whoever goes for the Cy Young, Skubal was 5th last year. If it's Crochet this year, could easily jump into that spot. Junior Caminero, I think like what he's looked like in the WBC and the way people are talking about him, like if he shows up and he hits 50 bombs this year, like that's the kind of thing that might just elevate him. And you know, that's before factoring in Vladdy, who any year could break out and do it, or Nick Kurtz, who, as much as I love Roman, he was even another level to Roman as a rookie. And playing in Sacramento, where the friggin' ball just flies out of the ballpark if you touch it, it's a pretty good place to be. I think Roman's going to be great, but I'll take the under.
I'm going to stay optimistic here. I got him at third as well. I think the odds are obviously against him based off a lot of the dudes you just listed off there, T. I know Vita Blue, the youngest player ever to win the AL MVP, he turned 22 that year. That was in 1971. Other players at 22 to win MVP, Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, Cal Ripken Jr., Johnny Bench, and Stan Musial. So it's
all Hall of Famers.
You got to be, the cream of the crop to do it.
What is up with your fucking internet?
Am I choppy?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are choppy to me.
Coley was choppy for me a second ago.
Yeah, I feel like different people have been choppy.
Jared's been normal for me the entire time.
Have I been normal until now?
Last like 2 or 3 minutes.
The fuck?
The fuck?
I got like my segment and now I'm choppy. That's fucking great. This is so stupid. Maybe so I take the Wi-Fi off of here.
How old was Lynn? That was
Freddie Lynn, probably 23.
Had to have been.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna wait a sec to see if it gets a little better here. Yeah, he was 23 years old.
Hey, Freddie Lynn,
sucking these titties. Is this better?
I mean, your audio's been fine for me. Your video's choppy, which happens all the time. Like I don't view it super differently.
Okay, like Jake, this isn't gonna be a problem, right?
Nah, just try to power through it.
Okay. Fuck. All right. Where the hell even was I? Crochet.
Case.
What did you just say?
You were listing the youngest MVPs ever, is where you actually were. Saying your next guy was Crochet.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were talking about Crochet as MVP. I mean, hey, what is possible? So if you want to throw him in there, then why not? I think with the Aaron Judge one, it's just not only is he the odds-on favorite, but unless he gets hurt, like I'd just kind of be stunned if he doesn't win again. He would be the first AL player ever to win 4 MVP awards, and I think that's probably just going to happen this year. And that window doesn't seem like it's much longer either, right? Like his MVP window, that probably has a couple of years left on it for it to be like a guarantee that he's the favorite every year going into it. I don't know.
We're getting real close to that LeBron tweet, like this fuckery can't go on much longer with Judge. Like anytime someone brings up like, oh, he's almost done, like, is he? Like, he should be theoretically, but is he?
But how old was LeBron with his last MVP? Like 34 or around there?
Yeah, but I mean, basketball does it differently than baseball. Like, he probably should have more than he does have.
Yeah. They're like, this guy has enough. Let's go over to Jokic now. Yeah, it's true. But it feels like I'm probably going to have the same thing as last year. Aaron Judge and Shohei as the MVPs. I know that's boring as hell, but until they're not just winning it every year, then that seems like the move. I was looking this up, though, because Roman Anthony just gets on base at a crazy clip, and it's like the coolest thing ever, and I can't wait for that this year. Hopefully, he obviously stays healthy all year, so he's got the best eye in the game. Very interested to see the ABS numbers per player, because he's probably going to be right near the top there. But yeah, OBP in 2025, minimum 300 plate appearances. Aaron Judge was first, Ronald Acuna second, Will Smith third, George Springer fourth, Roman Anthony fifth. Roman was tied with Juan Soto. So we get all those comps to Juan Soto. There's a reason why. Moving on. Garrett Crochet, strikeouts over under 259.5. I think last year we had 0.9. So yeah, 259.9 over under for Garrett Crochet strikeouts, Jerry.
259?
Yeah, 259.9.
What did he have last year?
255. It wasn't at. Yeah, he had 255 last year, led the majors.
Under.
Okay. You giving reasoning for these, or just like boom?
I mean, I just think that like it was he was in a position last year where he wanted to make a statement, prove himself to his new team. I think it's hard to keep that up for a second straight year. And like, I know that he didn't want to participate in the WBC because he was like, career innings last year and I want to be fresh. So I don't know. I feel like that happened with Sale to a point too. Like he showed up in 17, punched out 300 and something batters, and then we never saw that again. I know that was more injury related, but it's kind of like, all right, I'm here. Fuck you. Here's my nuts on the table. I just want you to know what I'm capable of. And then I'm going to kind of like, I guess, pitch smarter or whatever after that. I don't know. It just feels like year one is always the empty the tank, prove yourself to the fan base year. And then there's like a little bit of a decline after that.
Cool.
It's just a high number for the modern game. And they have so much depth this year. Wouldn't they skip him twice in the rotation last year, T? I feel like that number
still
probably
got to 30,
doubled.
Right?
Yeah. But I like if he hit 28 this year, I'd be okay with that, with an emphasis on the postseason, hopefully. So I'll take the under, but I don't think he's like falling off a cliff.
Yeah, I'm going to go under too. And Crochet, to his credit, talking to the Globe, was like, I'm trying to convince Andrew Bailey to let me throw 230 innings this year. Like, I care about more innings. I really don't care about anything else. I just want to be out there and throw as much as I can. I think with the current state of the rotation, some of the depth options they have too, they can ease up on the gas with him to a certain degree. And I do think that's going to be something they do over the course of the season. And maybe it won't be as, I don't know if dramatic's the right word, because we saw them kind of reshuffle the pitching schedule quite a bit and work off days and do different stuff like that. But the way they manage this entire thing is it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And I think with Crochet, after the workload last year, not only is he probably going to pitch a little differently, he's probably going to start to grow as a pitcher and realize like, I can get through an outing quicker. I can get more outs by, inducing weak contact as that splitter plays up a little bit. I think he'll be right in the same range. I'll say he probably throws about 200 innings and ends up at like 250 Ks. I don't think he's going to go beyond that. And the Caper 9 from 24 to 25 went from 12.9 to 11.2. So, bigger workload, 50 more innings. I think as those innings just overall add to your arm, you kind of find out different ways to get outs instead of overpowering everyone every single time.
Which is going to have to happen eventually. I mean, he's still, 26 years old, so he can still be the gas you down guy and rely on that as much as possible. But obviously, he wants to have the longest career he can, and you're going to have to, be as creative as possible to keep that going. Stats had an interesting tweet of Crochet struck out 7 of 51 batters this spring. Last spring, it was 30 of 66. Yeah. I know I agree with the theme. Don't give a damn about spring training, but that was notable. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know it was that low this year. Like I mentioned earlier, led the majors in Ks last season. Red Sox to have over 259 Ks in a season, which is where we set this number at. It was Pedro in 1999 with 313. Sale had 308 in 2017. Clemens, 291 in 1988. And then Pedro again, 284 in 2000. So I'm going to take the over just to stay optimistic. I agree with what you were mentioning, Tyler. I think he's going to have less stress on him now. Like, you look at this rotation, he doesn't have to be the guy where when it's Crochet Day, like we were talking about last season, like they had to win. It's like if you lose these starts, you're screwed. And he'd have a lot of moments where a couple guys get on base in the 4th inning. We're like, this is like the week comes down to this inning. And he doesn't have to worry about that as much anymore. He can just kind of ease into it. Second year with the team. If anything, I was kind of surprised. Not big time surprised, but a little surprised at how dominant he was last year in the first year on a real team in a role that we're like, all right, what's his innings going to look like? What's his start total going to look like? He checked every single box last season. So I think he always wants to improve. He's a competitor. I think he wants to have higher numbers than whatever the previous season was. Like I mentioned, only 26 years old. When those guys had those big K numbers, Pedro was 27, 28, Sale was 28, Clemens was 25. So you'd be in this range if you're going to be, even sniffing 300 strikeouts. So I'll stay positive there. He's probably going to go under, but I'll take the over. We probably should have this one last, but who cares? We'll put it here. Red Sox record prediction. Las Vegas has them at 87. What's up?
This isn't the last one.
We're going to move this to the last one. The next one here is random prediction. Random prediction.
The fuck?
You guys know the rules here. It's in the title. It's just a random ass prediction. Like literally anything goes here. Jared, what do you got?
Don't start with me.
T, what do you got?
Garrett Crochet throws the first Red Sox no-hitter since 2008. I think we finally get it. We got him into the 8th inning last year against the White Sox, had that entire moment there. I think we get Crochet for a night. I'm not saying a perfect game or anything like that, but it finally falls into their hands. We get an incredible catch from Ceddanne Rafaela in the middle of the game. It'll be a magical night, and I don't know if Jordan's is still doing that promo, but they should.
Like it, go.
I think last year I had like Rafael Devers hits like walk-off inside the park home run. So I'm very nervous for whichever player I pick right now.
Do something on Campbell.
I'm very nervous about which player I pick right now. Boy, oh boy. I think Ceddanne Rafaela, he finally plays all 9 positions throughout the season. Plays all 9 of them.
Love this. That's a good one. Jerry?
I have 2.
Okay, we'll count the first one.
Maybe it happens in the same game. I don't know.
Okay.
I think this year, Jarren Duran hits for the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, I think the Red Sox get into a fight with someone.
Ooh.
It's been a long time since we've had an actual brawl.
I kind of like the second one a lot more. Than
all right, so then do that.
All right.
Yeah, I think between like Wilson Contreras, like Duran, like we've got some angry guys.
Just to clarify, like we're like punches are thrown. We're not doing this like benches clearing
like
garbage.
A mound charge, like a shoving.
Okay.
Yeah, like physical, like
it's physical. It's
not
gets fuck you
more than anyone. So like if they're looking for something to set it off, him just wearing one and then charging the
Rafael,
mound.
I feel like is a guy that like, once he gets his confidence going, like you don't come up and in on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tight knit.
This could start with Roman. I'm not saying he's the guy that's charging, but this could be we got to. I'm just saying we got to protect the face of the franchise, and someone else then throws, and then
you throw one under Trevor Story's chin. Jarren Duran's coming for you.
True.
I can also see like to Steve's point, someone throws at Roman, and then like Marcelo just tags someone right across the face, like super intentionally.
Yeah. He has the ball, but then he just punches the guy. He's like, I'm not even going to tag you. I'm just going to hit you right in your face. That's a good one. Very good random predictions by all of you. I have a 14-inning regular season game this year for the Boston Red Sox.
On the road.
Doing that. What's up?
It's on the road.
Yeah, West Coast.
Yeah, on the road.
Yeah, 14-inning West Coast.
Yeah, this is my random prediction. Did some
I think we
research.
should collab on it. Let's go 14 innings on the road.
Okay.
For it's a 10 o'clock East Coast start. And for the sake of it, let's say a left-handed starter starts the game. Steve?
Yeah, did some research and 12, because I was just trying to think of like, have they been involved? They really haven't since the Ghost Runner came into play in the COVID season. 12 plus inning games in that span. The Red Sox have had 9 of them. They've only had one game go to 13 innings in that span. That was in 2023.
I remember that.
Their record in 12 plus inning games since the Ghost Runner came into play, 3-6.
7-5. Yep.
3-6. You knew that.
6. Yep.
All 3 wins, Jared, are against Florida teams.
Yep. The Rays, the Marlins, and
you nailed it already.
Those are them.
Yeah, those are the fucking teams. Yeah. So the Sox have never beat a non-Florida team in a 12-plus inning game in the Ghost Runner era. We all know this. I'm just telling you guys stuff that you already know.
Yeah.
But that ends this year. The Red Sox are going to beat a non-Florida team in a 14-inning game on the road. It's going to happen this season. That's the random
lefty
prediction.
Starter.
Yeah.
You forgot that part.
With a lefty starter.
It's got to be a weeknight, too.
On a weeknight.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. No, that's weeknight behavior. That'll never happen on a Saturday.
There's no chance that these games over the weekend are ending in 9 innings. All right, bold prediction time. We're starting with Coley.
Sit on Rafaela. We'll play all 9 positions. You just asked the same question.
Nah, random and bold are different.
Oh, true, fair.
Yeah.
I thought you meant to say like season record, and I was like, what? Bold prediction.
Bold.
I think, let me double check. You don't have like most wins for the starters as a question, right? Because that's where I'm headed with my thought.
You giving someone 20?
This is a bold prediction.
No. I just didn't know if you had who leads the staff and like most wins. I know wins.
We got bold and then Sox record left on the list here.
Bold
prediction. We can also make one up if we want, if you guys got to go on.
Yeah,
then it just undercuts my bold prediction, so I don't know if I want that. I'm going to say Brian Bayo leads the staff in wins.
Bold.
Okay, that is pretty bold.
Jared?
Fuck.
You're like surprised. There's only 3 people I can call on. Fuck. Damn it. Why does he keep calling on me? Shit.
Bold.
Thought I'd avoid this one.
I thought I had so much time here. This is so stupid.
Jared Carabas.
Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Bold prediction. Okay, I got a bold one for you.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Sox.
They
you know what this team does?
Yeah.
You know what this team does?
Mm-hmm.
They are a top 5 run scoring team in the American League.
Is that bold?
Got less bold at the
more
American League.
The more words you added in, that just really wasn't even that bold. In the AL East.
On days that begin with T's, this team is putting runs on the board.
Top 5.
Haven't they done that like the last 10 years?
Top 5 run scoring team in MLB.
There we go. Okay.
That's what I said. You guys didn't let me finish.
Yeah. Because the American League's in the MLB, so you wanted to make sure people knew that.
Yeah. In the American League and National League combined is what you were going to say.
Yeah.
In the American League and the National League combined. Top 5.
They're top 5. Okay. See?
Yeah.
Give me 40 stolen bases for Jarren Duran. Last year he was at 24.
Did you say 50?
No.
With Jake Iggy?
No, I would not have gone up to 50.
Oh,
but I will go with 40.
You have no honor.
He had 24 last year.
So say 50.
50? That's a lot.
It's a bold prediction
section.
40 is not bold. His career high is 34, and it was 2 years ago.
That's only 6 away from a career high. Yeah, I'd get bolder.
Get bolder, dude.
Give me 20-40 for Jarren Duran. I'm going to take 20 home runs. I think the Red Sox will have 5 different guys hit 20 home runs. I think Duran also goes and gets 40 bags, simply for the fact that he's going to be DHing, call it 50 to 60% of the time. He should be running wild on the base paths with fresh legs.
Not heavy legs, fresh legs.
Fresh.
Yeah. Steve, your bold prediction is...
The Red Sox have multiple no-hitters this year. That's bold.
Wow.
Multiple no-hitters. It's been since what? John Lester in 2008.
2008 against the Royals.
God, we're almost pushing 20 years since the last no-no. I'll never forget it. No one would cover my Rite Aid shift. I'm still upset about that. But you got guys that can toss no-hitters. There's a lot of dudes. Go down the list. Crochet, Suarez, Gray, Early, Bayo.
2 different guys? What if Crochet throws 2?
Yeah, just multiple no-hitters. I'm not going to say 2 different guys. I'm just saying there's a lot of dudes that could do it. Crochet could have 2 no-nos. I wouldn't be stunned. But yeah, would it stun you to see any of those dudes with the 7 innings in, the eyeballs tweet, like any of that stuff going on? I wouldn't be super stunned.
No.
Obviously, in this day and age, it's going 9 innings, not as common anymore. But yeah, give me 2 no-nos for the Boston Red Sox. They don't just end this streak. They dominate. I couldn't even tell you the last season they had 2 no-hitters. Jared?
If they throw 3 no-hitters, does that mean that your bold take is wrong?
Sure.
Kinda.
Would you feel really fucking stupid if they threw 3 no-hitters?
If they throw 3 no-hitters, I'm going to feel like a bag of shit. Like, I'm going to feel real bad about that. If they throw 3 no-hitters...
Wow.
That's a new... Did you add that? Damn.
That's been there. That's for when you're not here.
You've never even used it when he's not here. You make T do it.
And I do awful at it every time.
I've used it.
Okay.
Jared
you've used it. I'm happy to hear it. I haven't heard that one in a while. Yeah, if the Red Sox throw 3 no-hitters this year exactly, then I will buy a jersey of that guy that throws it for a listener of this program.
Wow.
Yeah.
All 3 jerseys or just the last one?
I think it should be all 3.
Yeah. All 3. Let's do all 3. All right. Yeah, obviously we saved the best for last, and this is what we had as the original order. Red Sox record prediction. Las Vegas has the over-under at 87.5. I'm convinced, by the way, they just do that every year. I feel like every season we do this show, it's always 87.5. Anyway, we're going to do some, by the way, I just want to get these out of the way real quick. Shout out to the listeners. Some listener record predictions and bold predictions. We got, the first one says 162-0. That's, I mean, you're just stealing Jake's bit there, but not even a bit, just a real thing. We got 94-68. Willie Abreu hits 30-plus homers. That's from Daryl. Our guy G-Mags, shout out to G-Mags, super loyal follower. He's got Red Sox at 92-70. Bold prediction, Caleb Durbin hits 40 doubles. That is a lot of doubles. That's certainly bold. We got Derek with 93-69. Bold prediction, Duran finishes 2nd in MVP voting.
Wow, that's high.
That is definitely high.
For
Kristian Campbell,
that's super high.
That's definitely high. Kristian Campbell starts a playoff game for the Boston Red Sox. We got...
Not bold.
Tanner Haug Truther, 94 wins, 4 players hit 30-plus homers. Sheesh. All right, let's get one more here. Yankee fan said 81 wins, 184 errors.
Okay.
There's
bold.
a chance. No,
I thought the person was going to be like Tanner Haug plays for the Red Sox. That would have been fucking bold.
That would have been bold as hell. A lot of Willie Abreu. People are very high on Abreu heading into this season.
He's
92-70. The Red Sox have 6 All-Stars. We'll end on that one. Roxy the Foxy. Record prediction. What do you guys got? What Coley's got something.
I was going to say I'm a little worried like it's good that people are being positive about Wilyer and Roman, them two specifically, but I'm a little worried they're going to have really good seasons, but like the home run totals won't be there and people are going to be like, these fucking guys blow. I've heard a lot of 30 plus home run Roman predictions from people. And it's like, if he hits 23, are people going to be furious? I think some people will be.
No. The Red Sox fan base is smarter than that.
I mean, most of them. There is a world, though, to Coley's point, where like both of those guys hit 18 and are massively impactful on this roster. And then it's like, man, we told you they wouldn't get to 20. It's like, all right, it's the difference of 2 homers. Like, whatever.
Yeah, like if Roman continues to be like JD Drew-esque, maybe with more pop, like I know how people felt about JD Drew, so I can't give them that much credit.
Yeah, if Roman's getting on at a 400 OBP, I think people are going to view him through a very different light.
You know as well as anyone, if he's drawing a lot of walks and not slugging like a certain first baseman that used to do that, like people do not give a fuck as much as if you're hitting doubles.
Yeah, I do think homers help, but if he's the kind of guy, and it's just like last year where you're hitting like 280, 290, the OBP is around 400.
Let's focus here.
I think people are going to tip their cap to a 22-year-old.
Last one. Record prediction. We're starting with Jerry.
Fuck.
What do you got?
Fuck. 91 wins.
It sounds like you were just going to go with whatever number came out. I'm going to go 90. I got to say another one. Damn. 91.
91 wins.
What is that? 91 and 71? Yep.
91 wins.
You going to expand? Just we'll leave it there?
That's just what I'm feeling.
Okay. Go.
Wait.
What? Okay. I thought you were going to leave that.
Jared? I've had 90 wins in my head pretty much since the completion of the roster construction, but I feel like me throwing that extra win on top is me saying, I really believe in this group. You know, It's like, it feels like 90, but like, I believe in the boys. Take that. This one's for you. That extra one, you know?
Yeah. Just tossing a little tip in there at the end. It's like, no. You keep it. Keep the change.
This one's for
91.
You. Sweetheart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of it. Coley.
My problem with the team that I've been hammering since they did complete the roster, like Jerry said, is they've made it. They win baseball games in one way. They've given themselves a very narrow path to win a lot of baseball games. When we had Brock on, they never had that 18 team. They were in every game because they could win in a myriad ways. I don't believe that this team has a lot of different ways to win games. I think they're going to be walking the razor's edge all season. I still think they could be a playoff team and will be a playoff team, but I'm looking at 86.
86.
I think they have like a 20 win rate. Like if they won 75 games, I would not be like super I think they'd lose a lot of 1-run games.
Of all seasons, there's this is such a unique one where like you could tell me, a bunch of different records. I'm like, yeah, that could happen. Wouldn't be stunned.
I'll go 90 and 72. I think the AL East is going to beat the fuck out of each other this year. I have 4 teams from the division making the playoffs. I don't think Baltimore's rotation has gotten enough credit. I think they did a really solid job filling it out. Even if, Kyle Bradish and Trevor Rogers aren't the biggest names, I think both of those guys have top of the rotation potential. I think the Yankees getting Garrett Cole back is going to be a scary thing. And with no Rafael Devers on this team, the guy he was always scared of and that seemed to get in his head.
For Pete's sake,
I think Cole is going to have like a Verlander-esque run through his late 30s. So the Yankees rotation does scare me. Sure. And then the Blue Jays, little awkward situation with Bieber and Trey Savage starting the year on the IL, but I think that's a team that grew up a lot. I think Kazuma Okamoto is going to be really good for them. And while they'll miss Bo Bichette,
how are we getting an AL East preview with what the fucking Red Sox record is going to be?
I think the AL East is going to beat up on each other, but I think the Red Sox pitching and defense will help them over the course of the year. I think the offense is going to be a little better than people think.
Okay.
What were you reaching for? Okay.
Gone.
Going with 94-68.
Wow.
94-68. Staying on the positive side here. Like I mentioned earlier, I got some very positive predictions. I think Roman Anthony's going to finish top 3 in MVP voting. I think he lives up to all the hype that we have for him. He stays healthy. Sky's the limit. I think the lineup's going to be fine. I don't want to base it. We're so in the current moment right now where I feel like we're basing too much of our opinions on the Red Sox lineup on the WBC. It's like, yes, that was great, but it's like we need a little more context to factor in there when they're going up against MLB pitching every night now. But I just want them to get off to a good start. Let's get off to a good start. Very interested to see if the Wally head's still around this year, what the home run celebration's going to be, what the vibes are going to be in the dugout. I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are creating some fun relationships this year. WC40, Carlos Narvaez, they got to be super tight. That's going to be cool to follow. This rotation, I think, is going to live up to the hype. And, hey, maybe a good trade deadline. How crazy would that be, Jerry, right? Is that a good point?
I think that's the boldest prediction you could make.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I'll toss that back in bold predictions. But, yeah, we'll go 94-68. I do think they're going to beat up on the division. Like, everyone's beating up on each other. I get that. But the AL is wide open. I think the Sox can make a run.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What about Ethos?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're right there with 94-68. They're also right there with life insurance. Life insurance isn't about expecting the worst, Jared.
Do you think Bregman had to give the Ethos Award back because it's obviously a super expensive award, or do you think they make a new one every year?
They make a new one every year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just asking.
Remember he told us that on the field after they clinched? He was like, I'm keeping that damn award. That's what he said.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, life insurance isn't about expecting the worst, Jared, but it's about making sure the people you love are supported no matter what. You care about the people you love, right, Jared?
I care more about the people I love more than anything.
You've always said that. Ethos makes getting life insurance fast and easy 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. There's no medical exam. You just answer a few simple health questions, so it's super easy, Tyler. You can get up to $3 million in coverage. Some policies are as low as $30 a month. As of March 2025, Business Insider named Ethos the #1 no medical exam instant life insurance provider. Ethos has 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot with over 3,000 reviews. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos now by going to ethos.com/section. In as little as 10 minutes, you can get your free quote and up to $3 million in coverage at ethos.com/section. That is ethos.com/SECTION. Ethos.com/section.
Yeah.
Application times and rates may vary. Ethos.
Get your Ethos.
There we go.
All right.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Just how does this season end for the fellas? Playoff prediction. Where's the end of the road? Is there an end of the road?
I fucking don't know.
That's why we're going to watch.
Like, dude, we need to watch the games to find that out, you moron. What are you talking about?
No clue. Zero clue.
Like, there's no way I could possibly know that.
Okay.
Give me an ALDS. I think they make it past the wild card round. I think they get into the American League Division Series. And even though I like their pitching in a series like that, you should have, a group, unless you run into the Mariners, that you're better than, even though the Tigers, Yankees, they can all match. Give me the ALDS. We're one step closer, one step forward.
Go.
My main concern is that we've built a textbook AL Central team. So really
wins does feel like it. That's an AL Central team.
And it's pitching, defense, small ball, all of that. Like, it really depends. Like, the Yankees dominate teams like that. So if that's who we're facing, done early and often. If we're facing other AL Central teams, I like our chances, but ALDS feels fair.
Sox in the ALCS 2026 ALCS appearance against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Wow. ALCS participants.
Mm-hmm. Get the banner ready. Odds to win the World Series. What do you think the Sox are?
Plus.
Maybe not the odds, but like how many teams do you think they're behind?
7.
What are they, plus 1,400?
Plus 1,600.
And
they basically have the same odds as like Roman to win MVP. This is just in the American League plus the National League.
Okay, so the majors.
Well, that's not what baseball people say.
No one's ever said like 6th.
Coley's correct. 6th. Yep. Behind the Dodgers, Yankees, Mariners, Mets, and Blue Jays. So the Yankees, once again, man, we've been saying it for a billion years on this show. They're getting that Yankees treatment. They should be getting Louisiana Balloons treatment. That's ridiculous. Second best odds in baseball to win the World Series. What are we looking at?
Not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby.
Ping. I always love that it's a metal bat.
It's the best part of it by far.
I used to have it. I don't know if
I was going to say, I'm shocked that's not a button.
It was.
Damn. I thought you were going to hit something else right now.
We used to hit it a lot.
The Mets, yeah. Thought I was going to hit something else?
Mm-hmm. It's about that time.
Yeah, something we teased earlier.
Mm-hmm.
When I look ahead, it's a wind up dead. If you don't listen to what Steve says, even then you might still wind up dead. Caught in a tornado, get smoked by your neighbor's shed. When I look ahead, when I look ahead, Billy's gummy bears. Chew 'em with your mouth.
Weather look ahead. Brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
And chew them with your mouth.
You chew them with your mouth. We are back, folks. The 2026 Red Sox season is here, and it starts in Cincinnati, Ohio. Game 1 opening. Jared?
Steve?
What?
I was saying game 1.
Oh, well, come on. That's can we
get both sides there?
Okay. You were doing okay. It's just it would have been very you there to cut that off.
Oh, that's fucking mean to say.
Yeah, I think you're awesome, Jared.
Yeah,
Game 1.
I don't ever cut off this segment. So before you begin, before you begin, I don't need you going around saying that like I've ruined this segment or that I would step in and
I don't go around saying it. I've said it here before. I say it like to you, on the show.
It wasn't true before when you said it. It wasn't true when you said it today.
Okay.
Okay.
Game 1.
Go ahead.
Opening day, Thursday, 4:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch, mostly sunny. I'm stunned at what I'm about to say here. 81 degrees. Nope. 1% chance of rain.
That's too hot.
That's way too hot. That's
for Cincinnati, Ohio?
It's right, but it's
81?
way too hot. It's going to be 81.
What's the humidity?
It's up there. 1% chance of rain, 17 mile an hour winds.
How do you not have the humidity? I mean, what the fuck? Like, if I'm going to go to the game and I see 80,
it's a natural next follow-up question.
Yeah, like it's like, it's 81. Is it going to be dry heat? Is it going to be humid? Like, am I going to be sticky? Is it going to be like a nice 80? Like, 81 is not all created equal.
Humidity 45%.
I don't know what that means. So,
well, it's the humidity.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's like sticky or if it's fine. I don't know.
It shouldn't be that sticky. 17 mile an hour winds. That'll blow off any of the sticks. So yeah, hot opening day. Game 2. Always hate this, folks, but you get the off day, and then it's Saturday. 4:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch, sunny, 49 degree. No, 49 degrees. That is a
what?
Why would it be 49?
Because it is. That's just what it is. It's 49 degrees. It's 32 to Coley.
A good outdoor relative humidity, which we all know is the RH level, is generally between 30% and 50%. So we're really knocking on the door of not good, but still good.
Okay, still
fine,
in good.
Yeah.
Okay. That was helpful. 32 degrees cooler than opening day for game 2 here for those keeping track at home. It is a 0.1% chance of rain, 7-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah. Dress warm for this one, folks. It's only going to get colder as the game goes on. Game 3, series finale, Sunday, 1:40 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. Mostly sunny. Don't do it, Jerry. 56 degrees. 0.1% chance of rain, 9-mile-an-hour winds. Could get up to 63 degrees by the end of the game or the later parts of the game. So
not high enough.
Pretty comfy overall on game 3. Game 2 going to be cold. Game 1 going to be super hot. So this is late March, I guess. I don't know.
This is March.
On the Ohio-Kentucky border, this is late March for certain.
This is a classic late March Ohio situation going on here. But yeah, rainless series, so that's always good. This is the way when you say something. That is your... That is your weather look ahead. As always, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. You chew them with your mouth.
Oh, beep, boop, beep, boop.
Boop, 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 beep, boop.
I mean, it worked.
I might have to start doing that. I'm trying out new stuff. We'll see. Weather look ahead's back.
Yeah.
Our most contentious segment by far.
Not even close.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Good to hear the song again. It's been a minute.
It's been since October.
Yeah. Man, that was tough. The October series, they lost.
Yeah, because, I don't know. I want to get into it.
No, I don't need to let's get out of it. Get out of it.
Yeah. We're going to be streaming for opening day. T's not coming. He's promoting a rival alcohol company.
This is true.
Steven?
Are we not doing a series preview here?
Yeah, I that's on me. I didn't tell Connor that we were recording tonight. He was probably thinking that we were going to record tomorrow. So that's
fair. That's fair. Yeah, okay. There we go.
See you, Connor.
Oh.
No, it's Jerry's, obviously.
Okay.
It's Jerry's.
So you can go right now.
Just fucking say words,
Nick Lodolo got scratched. He's actually going on the IL. He has a blister issue. So not only is Hunter Green not pitching on opening day, Nick Lodolo won't be game 2.
Okay.
Who's pitching opening? Who's pitching for them opening day?
Andrew Abbott.
Okay. I can see that. He looks like me, right?
Yes. Brady Singer game 2 and Rhett Lauder game 3.
Cool. Do we still want to? I mean, we should still do series predictions, of course.
Smoking on that loud game 3.
Yeah. Let's see.
Also, we didn't get Jake's season prediction record.
It's 100% true. Jake, Red Sox record?
I know we joke around on here a lot, but it does honestly feel like the year they win 162 games. Like, I could see them losing maybe 1 or 2 and dropping down to 160, but not many more than that.
Okay.
This is the year.
If we didn't get it, they would have went 162, and I wouldn't be able to sleep.
No, we got to call this whole thing off at that point.
Yeah. It's Garrett Crochet versus Andrew Abbott in game 1. It's Sonny Gray versus Brady Singer in game 2. And it's Connelly Early versus Rhett Loader in game 3.
That's a loss.
Yeah. Is that how you say it? Is it Loader or Louder, T?
Louder, I believe.
Rhett Loader.
There you go.
He's the Coxman, they call him.
Poor Connelly.
That is a tough way to start the season. Guaranteed L. That's brutal.
Yeah, Rhett Loader.
He's gonna get rocked.
Game is,
yeah.
He looks like Mike Clevenger, man. It's kind of insane.
Yeah. His friends call him the Coxman. He's going up against
heavy loads.
Guys, you know what this does. You know what you're creating right now.
Dude, I can't help it. Like, I don't.
No,
you
can.
No, I don't. Like, I don't go.
This name is not that funny.
No, it's pretty normal, honestly.
I'd say 90 seconds ago, I did not know that he was pitching this game. So it's not something that I could have like thought of and prepared in advance of this. Like, I point, I shoot, and anyways, I got Sox 2 out of 3. I think they take the first 2, and there's no chance they win that last one. There's no chance.
I can't control it. Yeah, well, that's obviously a bloodbath now. So yeah, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, that's gonna be a quick 2 out of 3. Yeah.
I'll go a series sweep to begin the year for the Boston Red Sox.
Did you just hear what he said? There's no chance.
I heard. I don't give a fuck. I don't fear shit.
Wow.
I think we're going to have 2 different Red Sox players have 2 homer games. I'll go Wilyer and Roman. Give me the sweep.
Okay. McMahon.
I was going to say 2-1, but now there's been new evidence put in front of me, so I'm forced to go 1-2, and it's not my fault.
What game are they winning? Opening day?
Yeah, although Sonny Gray should know this squad pretty well. He's just been in their division the last 2 years. But yeah, I think Crochet beats me bad game 1.
Okay. Steven?
Yeah, Sox 2 out of 3. We know what game they're losing, but at least they start the season off strong with a couple of wins, a little 2-game winning streak to get this thing going. Excited to see what the K count's going to be for Crochet in
7.
the opener. It's 7? Okay. I would love 10. Double digits always looks good on the graphic.
That's 7.
Yeah, too early.
Okay, it's shit. It's already. He said he's doing 7.
Yep.
Okay. I got 7 for you, Skip.
Yeah.
That's classic pitcher stuff.
Yeah.
But the Red Sox this century are 10-15 on opening day. Not super great. 4-3 at home, 6-12 on the road. So if you're doing the math there, 72% of Red Sox opening days this century have been on the road. Jeez. Who cares that it might be cold? Like if the season starts, you should be able to play anywhere. They very clearly don't start at Fenway on purpose because of the weather. I hate that.
Aruba.
But yeah, Roman Anthony home run to the Ohio River, which is technically in Kentucky. So he's going to hit a homer to a different state. Sure. Sox 2 out of 3.
Jake, what do you got?
If you refer to my record prediction from a couple of minutes ago, you know I got a sweep here.
It's a good take. It's a good take. Okay. Hey, for shits and gigs. Hey, Mikey, what do you think about this series, huh?
Mikey.
Some people might say they might come out of the gates a little bit rusty, but that can't happen when you have a little bit of WC-40 laying around. Sweet, baby.
Oh!
Sweet, baby. Boom.
I'm excited. That first WC-40 home run is going to go ballistic.
Going to bang.
We did build a team out of a lot of NL Central guys, so they're super familiar with this ballpark.
Yeah, they're going to get to sleep in their own beds tonight. That's good.
They're all Stanton. They haven't moved their furniture yet.
Yeah. They're all at home in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
That first WC-40 bomb is going to be incredible.
They should be getting in bed right now.
They lost 18 opening day in outrageous fashion. In the most
the Rays
game
one was bad.
You'll ever see.
Yeah. That's the day I met John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That was the first time anyone ever pulled the "you can't see me" thing in the picture. I was so confused at first. Like I took a picture with them, and everyone's like, "Why are you taking showing a picture of you like off center with like your arm around someone?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh, you can't see it." Okay. And then from there, I've seen it 1,000 times.
Oh yeah, he's don't tell me that.
Yeah, Steve, you already know, right?
The time is now. Come on.
Yeah. What was your favorite match from last night? Or
Are we at time? We might be at time at this point.
I don't know if I can... from last night at Raw, you were sitting ringside. You said because you didn't want to meet up, but do you have a favorite match of the night or like something that happened? Because obviously there were moments that weren't necessarily matches, but they were notable. Do you have a favorite part of last night?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
I have one. You're talking about in Boston, obviously. The one we were at?
Yeah, the one that we were at last night.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know about a match. I just think the thing that jumped out to me is that Paul Heyman, he just took it too far and
he did.
And Seth Rollins made him pay.
Yeah, he said that Seth was going to go to jail and that his wife was going to like marry the whole roster. And then I believe he made a comment about their daughter. And she's like 4.
So. Yep. And Punk was talking about his age. I just love when Punk starts just getting in there and just saying stuff in the mic.
He was saying a bunch of stuff, yeah. What was your favorite thing he said?
That he feels great.
He did say that. Yeah. He did say that.
All right. Yeah. No, that was about it.
Okay. I'm glad you enjoyed the show.
Yep.
T, you got any final thoughts?
Anthony Ianson. I texted Coley the spring breakout game. Oh my God. Like to watch Kyson Witherspoon, to watch Juan Valera, Marcus Phillips got an inning and all of them got tagged a little bit. Anthony Ianson going out there hitting 100 for the first time in his life, getting the Fuego shirt. This was a guy who was sitting 92 to 94 at LSU last season, got up to 97. We've heard on the backfields that he's kind of been the talk of camp this entire time. And it was just wild to see the stuff pop that way. I think he threw 14 pitches, 10 strikes. And this is what the pitching pipeline's all about. I don't know how he's not a top 5 prospect in the system once camp ends. Feels like everyone's slowly starting to catch up there. But the fact that they're like trying to avoid the big 3 convo now with Kyson Witherspoon, with Ianson and Phillips, it's cool. It's cool to have another wave, another kind of trio of prospects to fall in love with. And yeah, man, as much as we've talked Witherspoon and Phillips this offseason, it feels like Ianson just somehow just jumped all of them in terms of the hype that quickly. And it's no disrespect to the others. It's more to just what he's doing. And Henry Godbout going deep in that game, both spring breakout games, they got him on the Kristian Campbell program, and that may freak some people out. But we're talking
Let's get
guys.
Kristian Campbell back on that program while we're at it.
Guys with strong hit tools that just need to tap into power. It's working for him. We're seeing it, whether it's 20 to 25 homers, I don't know by the end of the season, but I think he's going to be probably one of the better position player prospects we have in the system. And it's very thin right now. So a breakout like that's important.
The McMahon?
Yeah, I know at the beginning of the offseason, it was like, man, it's so thin. But really, like with the college class they just had, I didn't think we'd be talking about it as super thin by the time we got here. Plus, Justin Gonzalez being a year older. Like I look at the top 10 or what I perceive to be the top 10 in actuality, and it's like there's a lot here that I'm pretty excited about. And I would say it's a big 5. Obviously, those 3 guys were drafted together, but Connelly early just made the team. Peyton Tolley, the top or second highest ranked lefty in the entire minors. Damn shame no one remembers Jake Bennett's here with all those 5 guys being so much better. And shout out Jeddix and Paez. I think opening day Whites.
I don't know
White
how.
Sox.
They don't give a damn, man. Angel Bastardo, I hope he ends up back here. That would be awesome. He showed a lot of intriguing reliever kind of traits in spring training.
Steve, did you already do your final thought?
No, I have not.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, here I go. From the second the Yankees caught the final out of the wildcard series in New York, I kind of dreaded the 5 months that were ahead, but I'm just happy we're here. We survived the offseason. It was a very interesting offseason for the Red Sox for the 10, but I'm super excited for the year we have coming up here. Obviously, the team, hopefully they're incredible. Hopefully they play as many baseball games as possible in the next 7 months. I'm happy for the position we've put ourselves in. I know there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we've kind of kept internal. But yeah, just super pumped about the team we have, super pumped about the fact that we have real games to talk about. Extremely ecstatic that spring training is over. I've just never hated a spring training quite like this one, but there's no more spring games, and that's just a great thing to see. On a separate note that's completely unrelated, I'm trying to get every City Connect jersey because I'm just like, why not? I'm going to have that be a thing this year. I have 11 of them. I need 26 more. So yeah, if you guys know any places outside of eBay where you can get maybe slightly discounted City Connect jerseys, that would be great. Not trying to, drop $1.50 a piece on those.
Sure.
But yeah, the Orioles one, by the way, if that's their actual City Connect, that looks really, really good. I feel like Wrigley probably or the Cubs should have done a similar thing with Wrigley, having a ballpark themed jersey, but seems like the Orioles nailed it the second time around, very similar to the Red Sox. And as always, section10merch.com for the greatest merch on the planet.
Have you seen the new Pirates one?
I like that one too. I like the new Padres one too.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. I like that one more than the Orioles one, but I think the Pirates right now are the leaders in the clubhouse for this year.
The Pirates is fire.
I just want to mention this because I feel like people are going to get pissed if we don't say it. Does anyone have any thoughts on the John Henry response to Dan Shaughnessy on Twitter?
It was surprisingly funny.
Didn't
even see it.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Hadn't tweeted in 5 years. Just a weird moment to come back and just laugh in Shaughnessy's face for being wrong.
I would say in the history of this program, we haven't had many John Henry-based posts on our Instagram, but there's no chance he got a better reaction than he did to that post. Everyone was like, damn, like John Henry actually cooked here. What the hell just happened?
I thought Sam Kennedy talking about it on Rundown, he sounded awful. I just don't know why. Like, you hype up John Henry and say he's done so well by not talking to the fans or the media. It was such a great decision and it's paid off. And I'm like, all right, you once again sound like you have no clue about how anybody feels. But I like that version of John Henry. I want him to feel that fucking anger and just to go after people and be kind of, vindictive. Go have an edge. Give me some edge. Give me the John Henry that used to chirp the Yankees on Twitter. It's refreshing.
The Rays, I thought it was.
Them too. It was the Mark Teixeira thing, right? Not to bring him.
Teixeira.
I know.
Jake
we always
Stakes?
do this.
Let's go out there and play some ball, fellas.
Yeah. Let's play some fucking ball, Jake.
Just win all of them.
Play ball.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Baseball's back. Stream on Thursday. Minus Tyler promoting another brand. And hopefully on Thursday, we'll be able to roll out a new layer to our content strategy. Hopefully we'll be able to do that.
We will.
Okay. So stay tuned for that. Pods are back. Series finales. For anyone that's new, welcome. If you joined us in the off season, welcome. We put out episodes after every single series finale. And the new thing that we're going to be doing this year. So this is separate from what I just teased. This year, on record nights, say the Red Sox sweep the Tigers, and it's a Wednesday night. After the game, before the podcast, we're going to go live on our YouTube channel. So subscribe to the YouTube. We're basically going to have like a little quick Q&A. Like, we're going to pop on for 10, 15 minutes because we're sitting here anyway bullshitting. We might as well go live on YouTube. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm sorry if you're an audio listener. It is YouTube specific. We're not, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Like, I guess we could post, probably not. It's probably
like more of a YouTube thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to
YouTube
put like
thing.
a 15-minute thing on the podcast feed.
Nope, for the tube.
But yeah, after the games, quick live,
Tube jock.
YouTube, react,
Definitely a YouTube thing. Yep.
cut it, go do the pod. So that'll be new this year on top of
Talking tube.
a multitude of other things.
Like
So
10 on the tube.
10 on the tube. Subscribe, YouTube, and we'll see you then. Very excited for that. Baseball's back. Sox are back. Here they come. The 91 win Sox, people are calling them. Ba-doop, doop, doop.
Buenas noches, amigos.